right. What is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Stink Kramer with Brian the Grizzly.
What's
And
up?
I think Brian Man should be joining us shortly. So, what
Oh
is up?
man, it was a cool. For all the mothers out there, happy day after Mother's Day. That was really cool to be able to spend time, you know, just with moms and my wife, who was a great mom, and just my kids who loved spending time. They were so excited, like it was Christmas. Like, you ready? You ready for for Mother's Day? I'm like, yeah. It's a lot of money spent, but I don't know, like, but they're like, "Come on, Daddy, you gotta be ready." I'm like, all right, I'm ready, baby." So it was really cool. So all the mothers out there, especially you, Mama Bear,
Yep.
just gotta say, Happy Mother's Day to you guys, and yeah, no, love it.
Yeah. Yeah. What you guys do for Mother's Day? Oh, and then also shout out to Brandon.
Wee!
What's up? All right, boys. You guys doing anything good?
Went to dinner. So we made her breakfast, but she had to go to work, so she opened up like her thousands of gifts, whatever, and then went to work, and then she got back and she had more gifts because we had made her a blanket and like made all these like. Do you ever see that thing on Facebook? They open up a box and like butterflies fly out and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We did one of those too.
Nice. That's cool.
so fun. But then we went to Biaggi's and kind of just walked around and bought furniture because this house still doesn't have furniture. Got Funko Pops, but
got nowhere to sit. You have enough extra Funko Pops that you can probably make furniture out of.
I actually could. I could make a Funko Pop just thrown.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. Being able to anything you could do. Sometimes I think people get just not taking advantage of, but just forgotten how important they really are. And you're not really celebrating them as much as you do. So when you have the opportunity to celebrate someone you love, there's nothing like it,
Yeah.
Especially someone who does so much.
Yeah, I know. So that's good. That's good. I didn't do anything too crazy. I saw my mommy and my sister went over by my mom. But she's recovering from like a foot surgery. So we couldn't really go out or anything. And then got to hang out with my girlfriend. But meanwhile, my toddler's sick. She's feeling not feeling
Great.
like her.
Yeah, she's not feeling great. Yeah.
So Sunday was more of like a chill day. I think we tried to go out, and she wanted to go to like the thrift store, so went through a few thrift stores.
That sounds like her.
I found some cool stuff. I think I showed you that one. I found some cool coasters. Some Super Nintendo, or not even Super Nintendo, Nintendo coasters. I think she found like a couple of frames or something like that. So she has good luck with finding like very expensive picture frames for like $1.
If you know what you're looking for, that's the thing.
Yeah, oh man, I need to show you. She got this hideous, ugly looking fucking clown. It's like a glass clown, right?
I hate those what's it called, porcelain clowns. Oh my god,
they're not. It's not porcelain. It's glass, and it's all stretched out. It looks weird, and usually she wouldn't buy it, but she knows it's worth like a lot of money. That's the only reason why she bought it. It was like, yeah, it's worth money. I was like, because she watches all the thrift people on YouTube, so she's like, yeah, it's worth some money. This thing is hideous. It's so ugly.
I would never allow clowns to be. Well, it could be in the house, but it can't go in the bedroom. And I don't want anywhere where it can stare at me. No,
no, we're good. Yeah, I don't have too many clowns. Well, I mean, Joker. I don't know if that counts.
It's just the Joker. Yeah, it can't be out of that.
Yeah, I think otherwise it's definitely not her style, but it's like, yeah, it's worth some money. So every so often I'll find something like crazy. I found like legit jerseys. Like if you go and you find some like cool stuff at some second hands. You gotta know what you're looking for though.
I just gave away like 5 suits. Like I started realizing as I'm opening boxes how much crap I got. That's the problem. Oh my god. And that's why I got all this stuff for for the giveaway, I have at least 7 of the big Funko Pops, like the ones that are like,
All the yeah.
I got like 7 of those. I got like 4 of the regular ones. I got what is it, like 3 movies and a comic book. What up, Bonzo? So
we got a bunch of goodies.
Like, come on, man, this is ridiculous. I can't wait for us to do it. I think what we'll do is we get to like, I don't know, 1460. We'll do the giveaway.
Yeah, I mean we can push it to like 1500 because by then that should give you enough time to fully unpack and know what you got.
They're gonna do a lot of different giveaways because I told you that's like 14 things I just said. It's just
it's crazy. I got maybe a couple extra movies laying around. That's it. We got Xavier in the house. Really nice topics. Yeah. So I think we're gonna, when Brandman shows up, we've been pushing off a couple movie reviews. So we'll probably talk Challengers. I think Challengers was a good one. There's Challengers and
I think it was a good what?
Ministry. A good conversation. I definitely got some feelings about it. A good conversation though about it. Because then also we'll put out the Ungentlemanly Warfare one at some point too. We'll probably record it. And then we'll obviously interview the vampire, of course.
Oh my god, dude. I am so hyped to talk about Interview with a Vampire. I don't want to see. I feel like if I start talking about it, it's just gonna be like a flood. It's just going through. But I do want to say I loved how they did the beginning. It's like, hey, the part of Claudia is gonna be played by this other person. It's fine.
It was so perfect.
It was smart. And then let's get on with the show. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It fit the vibe of the show, like how it all just like, especially this year's about the play, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it fitted perfectly. And it feels like it's like, hey, here it is. And we're moving on. I was like,
but they didn't, not Marvel makes jokes about anything. They just said, hey, here it is. Here's a statement. This is who's playing it. And she was excellent.
She was great.
Oh my god, I felt it so much. Oh my god, I cannot.
I know. So I usually, like I won't delete a negative comment. I mean, I will delete a comment that starts like getting too much. Whether it be one way or another. But somebody left a comment on one of our trailer reactions when we first saw, like, one of the first ones for season 2, and they showed I can't think of her name, the new girl, and we had certain feelings about it, and we said what we said, but we saw more trailers. I think we started to accept her more, but he was like, oh, I'm never watching this channel again because you guys didn't like blah blah blah. I was like,
okay.
But I'm not gonna delete it, but I'm also not gonna like
something.
it. Yeah.
Hales. That's it.
Was it
Hales? Hayles.
Okay, yeah. Delaney, right?
Yeah, Delaney.
Yeah, Hales Delaney. Yeah. So
yeah.
But I mean, that's what I was like. You want to say like we suck, for our opinion? Then yeah, cool, whatever.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I got no problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna like it. I'm probably not gonna interact with it really, because what am I gonna say? I was like, oh, come and watch. I was like,
okay.
I'm like, I hope you come and give it a chance because like that was just a trailer reaction.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you're supposed to do. Your
first thoughts. Yeah.
Well, I would rather be Bailey Bass at the beginning, but now I see what Delaney is bringing to the pitch to the table, and the character. But the character has taken such a turn and such a change. It worked. It worked from the beginning. And see me talk too much about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's it too. It's like I might think a movie might suck, or I might think a movie might be great, just from the trailer. And once you actually start watching it, you're like, oh, I was wrong. So
and come on, we argue all the time. Talk about so everyone's gonna have the same opinion about certain things,
Yeah.
Depending on how you like certain things. It's okay.
Yeah. Kevin said interview was a pretty good show on AMC. It was a really good show.
Oh, it's excellent.
Brand's napping. I don't know. Hopefully better wake up. He'll probably be here soon. Interview with the Vampire is definitely the topic. Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, it
Yeah,
is
it definitely is the topic.
the most important thing that I saw all weekend. Like it's funny, Mother's Day was over. I was like, the end of the day, I'm like, okay, what can I do now? You know
Yeah.
what to do.
Forgot about it. Yeah. I love challenges, but I love Luca as the director. I have feelings about challenges, but Luca has definitely a certain vibe he always likes to hit. But the cinemat, like I don't want to get too much into it until Brandon Man shows up. But the cinematography of it was really really good, man. I got to give it that. Like cinematography was. I think that's helped me keep I don't know keep my attention at certain points.
I
You know,
thought
because
it
even it was
was
like a boring part where they're just talking, and the way the camera was shot, and the way they like turned, and the way they did things was like the zooming in and stuff.
I
That was cool.
I thought that the actual thought process behind the movie kept me interested because I do like those type of individual like movies. Because being a athlete is one thing, but I'm a team athlete, right? I've always
Mm,
played on teams doing it.
mm,
Being a solo athlete and the thought process that goes behind it, and how do you become great? Well,
yeah,
you associate with greatness, and there's a little stuff that was said, like
yeah,
I can't be with you because you know you're not good enough. I can't be with a person who's not that level. So
mhm,
I have no, you know, I enjoyed that part, but yeah,
yeah,
we'll have to get into it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I feel like tennis was like the best sport because I'm like, could you have done it with other sports? And I'm like, nah. Like it need to be a solo one, but it need to be a solo where you're like head to head, face to face.
Mhm.
You know, so like golf wouldn't work, or you know, yeah,
It has to be something
tennis
when you're
was like
looking at
the
your
best
your
way.
opponent in the eye and you're
Yeah,
literally going against them because that's kind of what the whole thing was about.
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. I was wrong about the last couple episodes of X-Men 97. Well, yeah. I'm glad you stuck it through, man. You know, I know you weren't digging it at the beginning, but you know, those last 3 episodes so far were good.
the 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 thing I saw was Storm, which is so good. I loved her character. Her character arc. I hate the fact that she wasn't around. I
What's up?
loved what she did. Just everything she says is just so regal. I was like, oh
I
god.
know. I know, and Brendan Davis, you kinda hate that, but I'm like, "No, I love that. I love that, like, elegance of, like, even the way she talks." So,
But meeting her was one thing too. That's another
I
thing. Since
know.
we got to meet her, so we're probably prone
Yeah.
to being, you know,
Watch her. There's, like, clips of her, um, actually in the studio, doing the voice, and it's just, like, she's just so, like it's
mhm.
like you have to, but she's just so, like, large whenever she talks, it's like
It's so
yeah.
funny because she's such a small lady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's such a small lady. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
And this, like, powerful voice comes out of her. Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah. But what's up, Pat Master? What's going on?
What's up?
Welcome to the
Oh,
channel. Kevin said challenges will be a big hit once it goes out to Prime Video. Is that where it's going? Figure, yeah.
I agree. I think it
Yeah.
will be. Um, I don't know how I felt about it being in the theater, definitely, but I think it will be a big hit.
Yeah. Same thing with -1, man. People are itching for -1 to hit streaming on whatever. I don't even know what streaming service it's gonna hit, but
So I just got on eBay and bought the -1
the
4K
Japanese.
Japanese one
Nice.
because it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I mean
It's
it's gonna
actually
be subtitled anyway.
it's coming from Sri Lanka.
Jeez. How much you pay for it?
1850.
No shit, really? Shit, I might buy it then. Well, but, um, oh, there, I brought that one up. Challenges has been having good legs in theaters, but streaming will hurt it.
I think it gets streaming so fast. That's what you're
Yeah.
surprised how fast it's gonna
Well,
get
I
to you.
don't. I don't think it's gonna get streaming too fast because I think so, streaming services started to learn that, like studios started to learn that. It's like it needs to have a good run. If it doesn't have a good run in the theater, then you throw on a streaming quick, but otherwise,
But it's not
you let
having
it
a
run.
huge run though.
It's not having a huge run.
Like, where do you think Challengers is right now?
Oof.
Just guess.
Domestic or worldwide?
Worldwide.
Worldwide, 150 maybe. Higher or lower?
Much lower.
Much lower, really? Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't see it being big in other countries.
It's about 60-40.
Okay. Yeah, so what, maybe 90 to 100? No?
Much lower.
Damn. Really? Wow. You know what, like 60?
68,500. 68 5.
68.5.
68,500,000. Yeah. 500,000.
Wow.
So it's 37.7 domestically and 30 million foreign. I mean, you gotta think about it. I mean, tennis is an international game. You see a lot of people from all types of stuff. So I mean,
Yeah. Or geek saying, yeah, tennis movies are never big. They don't do a lot of tennis movies.
but internationally it could be, you know.
I can see Europe more than Asia for tennis, though.
That's how you find your tennis players. I mean,
Yeah. But damn, I thought it'd be a lot better than that. Like at least 75. It's not even at 70.
Adam Webb made $100 million.
Oof. Oh, that's a horrible. That you gotta pass that, man. You gotta pass that.
So Madam Web made 100 million. Yeah. Argyle made 96, and Challengers is next at 68.
Oh, that sucks. Because it is better than those two movies, I think.
I think so
For
too.
sure. However, said tennis movies tend to get zero love. Nice.
If you can't go zero love, it's gotta be like love.
Yeah.
Because zero is love.
Yeah. There you go.
Because at 40 love. Let's go.
But I get what that was a good tennis reference. The movie just doesn't look good.
It's something. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm still shocked Saltburn had 75 million budget.
Really?
That's not. I don't know, man. I mean, that's not bad. I feel like having less than $100 million budget is probably like good. It's like, oh, that's a cheap movie, you know, like, but also it's like I feel like that movie is like 75 for that.
Where did you spend it? Like,
Where'd you
I
but
think about
I mean,
all the horror movies, only spent $30 million. I feel like they are, have more blood and stuff like that, and action stuff that cost more money than what I saw Saltburn. But
yeah, because you got to figure that Acme movie that Warner Brothers is trying to sell, they're just asking, I believe, 70 million, and that's the money they just put in it so far, and the movie's pretty much done from what I understand. So, and that was 70 million for an animated film. So that seemed kind of crazy. But Saltburn, I like Saltburn. I know you didn't quite care for Saltburn.
No, it was too crazy.
It was another crazy, weird one.
You know me, I'm very straight laced. I'm very much. I say that, and I love Interview with a Vampire. So never mind. I don't know. But even Interview with a Vampire is so. I feel like we need to talk about that. I mean, I don't
know. What's up, Cleves, channel member?
What up, Cleves?
What's up? Put in perspective, Challenge will end up being the highest grossing tennis movie. Ooh, oh, really?
What other tennis movie can you think of?
There was it the one with why am I drawing a blank? The Emma Stone and
I can think of a movie when they play tennis, but I can't think about a tennis movie.
No, what's that's the one I think of.
What? The only thing I can think of is like, what is that? 2005. It was like
Battle of the Sexes. Yeah, Steve Carell. That's what I was thinking.
No, and that's not right because King Richard is exactly what
yeah,
Anzo said. King Richard made a lot of money.
Yeah,
King Edward's, but yeah, King Richard
King
made
Richard,
a lot of money.
and that was good. That was good.
It
Good,
was
but it
great.
was it.
It caused a slap.
Yeah, but it was like it's hard. I mean, even Challengers wasn't about the tennis.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We're like, yeah, but I would still count King Richard as a tennis movie.
Because you
Yeah,
saw a lot of tennis and you saw what the greatness
yeah,
of it.
and everything revolved around playing tennis. So
Yeah, and then
yeah,
even their interaction.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Emma Stone movie made 18 million. Oof. Damn. With Steve Carell and Emma Stone, 18 million. Damn, that hurts. What Kevin say? Broadway crowd will go Universal Pictures Wicked. Most families will go see Moana 2, no matter what the critics kids love Moana. I think both movies are
Going to
because
make big money. I think
as of
both.
right now, unless they changed it recently, the last I checked, both of them are getting released the same weekend. But I believe that is Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep. And that's why you
so-
release it. A family movie. But
Yeah.
people, so older families will go see Wicked. But I could see people going to movies twice.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can see maybe not little kids in Wicked, but I could see, like a good maybe 9-year-old who likes musicals, maybe, going to see Wicked. Wicked's gonna make a buttload of money. But Moana 2 is gonna make a buttload of money too.
Moana
Like
is
I don't
gonna
see
print money. Like literally.
Moana. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like for you, it's like how many? I'm sure you're gonna see both that weekend.
Oh,
But you're
easy.
gonna see Moana 2 at least 3 times.
No, I only see Moana 2 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, when me and my girlfriend are for sure gonna go see that because Moana. Yeah. Yeah. Moana will definitely make a ton. It will make a ton of money.
I mean, Moana 2, come on, man.
King Richard only made 39 million. No way.
Yeah, I'll pay that much. If I had it, I'll pay that much just to make it.
Wow. You are not kidding. 39.4. Holy shit. And a budget of 50 mil. It was a box office failure. And that was a great movie. That was a really good movie.
Wow. Only $15 million domestically. I can tell you why, but you don't want to get there. I'm not going to. You don't want to go there yet. You know, we're having a good conversation. Everyone's happy right now. We don't want to go there.
Damn. That is crazy. Yeah, Horgy, you're right. Because if King Richard didn't beat it box office wise, then damn. Amazon give their movies a huge budget. Challengers would be fine with streaming. Yeah. Once they hit streaming, it's gonna.
I think
it's gonna do
Challenger
really well.
stops at around $80 million. I think it makes $80 million.
I can see that. A couple more weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
problem is the stuff that's coming out.
I was gonna say, like, it could probably have a good run to the end of the month, and then June. Once June happens, you start getting some good movies out too.
It's not on a good run even now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Meanwhile, Godzilla X Kong is just past the $500 million.
yeah.
It's like 500 something. So, yeah. And a movie that was good. I know the movie that was a good movie, Battle of the Sexes. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
I mean, Tashi's whole character revolved around loving tennis more than both of her love interests.
That she just kind of liked. And if they weren't good in tennis, then you weren't gonna.
Yeah, yeah. I remember coming out of this movie, and I saw, and Erica didn't see it, and she's like, "Oh, how'd you like it?" I was like, "I love Zendaya. I think she's a great actress. She could do a bunch of different things." I'm like, but fuck her in this movie, man. Like, she is a piece of crap person. She's a horrible piece of shit. She started laughing. She goes, "Yeah, that's everyone on like TikTok is talking like they're even in interviews. Like somebody's like, 'Oh, you're great, but fuck Tashi.'" It's like, yo, I get it. I get it.
That's funny.
Clue said, I saw Kingdom Planet of the Apes and Phantom Menace on Thursday. Nice. Got a sneak peek of the Acolyte. Looks pretty good.
We'll talk about that later, Cleves.
Yeah. Kingdom. We'll probably. I want to review Kingdom this week. Maybe even if it's offline.
I can't see. Oh man, if it wasn't the season finale of X-Men, I was like, you definitely do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, maybe offline. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, then if it's offline, we can keep it nice and short. You know, because our shorter reviews always do better. Because you got to figure, you get 3 opinions in less than 10 minutes. Like, that's not bad. But usually it's like 1 in 10 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a streaming same day. King Richard.
Oh, it was. It was released as streaming the same day. It was.
What is that?
Yeah. Good job. Thank you, Hanzo.
Yeah. Well, that was when Warner Brothers was still. Was it Warner Brothers? Yeah, it was Warner Brothers. That was when they were still putting stuff out like all that one year.
Yep.
Was it or something like that? Yeah. That was a stupid decision.
But people weren't going to go see it in movie theaters. That's just what it was at the time. There's just nothing you could do about it. And you probably had to put the movie out because the Williams sisters like put it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Zendaya is probably the only reason Challengers would be the highest grossing tennis movie. You're not wrong. She's the only thing in that movie that was good. I always say, you have bootleg Timothy Chalamet and bootleg Tom Holland in there, and then
not bootleg, just great value.
Great value. The Dollar Tree version. I didn't see King Richard. It's good, man. It's good.
You should definitely.
Yeah, especially having a daughter, man. Like it's like Will Smith. That's one of his best performances. Like legit. Like it's
hard to say that because he's done so many good times. I mean,
I think Ali
is amazing too.
So, Ali is amazing. You know, Ali's amazing, but it's up there, man. It's got to be for sure top 5, maybe.
Oh, definitely top 5.
I start thinking might be top 3, but he was probably well deserved Oscar. Legit, it just sucks. It got
just
ruined
before the slap.
Yeah. I watched Seinfeld's new movie. It was cool, but corny.
No, it wasn't. It was awful.
Unfrosted.
It was awful, man.
I was debating on watching him. Unfrosted.
It was
called.
Frosted. It was so bad that even people that love Seinfeld hated the movie. It was awful.
That's funny. What's up, Drew? Here you go. Keep Watch Burn. Comedy movies of 2000. The Hangover, Pineapple Express, and Tropic Thunder. Those are great. Damn. Those all came out in 2000?
That's easy for me.
Crazy.
That's easy.
Go ahead.
Keep Tropic Thunder. Watch The Hangover a billion times. And burn Pineapple Express. And that has nothing to do with Pineapple Express, but compared to the other two,
the other two,
fuck you.
Yeah,
you're out. Just like,
I agree with Pineapple Express with being, the burn. I want to see
The Hangover is just
keep Hangover and just watch.
I don't know if I could watch Tropic Thunder a billion times. And it's because I'm saying I don't know if I could watch Tropic Thunder 1,000 times. That's more what I'm saying.
Yeah, whenever it's keep watch burn, I always thought it was like watch once and then be done. Keep is like keep watching it.
Yeah, keep watching it. Okay,
that's how I always did it.
I was like, man, this is in the vault. This is good. It's great.
Oh,
I want to keep it. I want to keep it, but forever. But if I had to watch one movie every day, it'll be The Hangover.
The Hangover, yeah,
every day. I can watch it every day.
Yeah, Burn Pineapple Express. So Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder both came out in 2008.
And Hangover, neither one of those movies will be able to come out now.
Yeah, even Hangover. I don't know if Hangover can really do what it did then now.
I could. Yeah, I think Hangover could.
It doesn't push the limit as much as
No,
Tropic
Tropic
Thunder.
Thunder would never be allowed. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah. Furiosa Mad Max will at least break up, not going
Break
to
even?
reach the heights of Charlize Theron and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about it. Like I said, at first I was like, I really don't care about this movie. Then I saw the trailers and I'm not like hyped where I'm like, I can't wait, but I'm like, okay, like
It
I
looks
got plans.
good. It looks good to me. I
Yeah.
don't know. It definitely not on the same level as Mad Max Fury Road. Not even close.
No,
But that's because Charlize Theron is not even the star of Mad Max Fury Road. Like, but she is so good. It's
Yeah.
50% of the movie. But if you take it only 50% of the movie, put it in there without Mad Max, it's hard for her to get the same heights.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I think Furiosa will, like you said, will at least break even. I can see that for sure. I don't know if it's gonna reach Mad Max because that just was.
It's not even
But it was
close.
but a lot of people were like angry at it. They're like, "Oh, why are you doing a classic movie?" And it wound up being great. Like it wound up being really, really great. So, yeah. But I'll be curious. I heard what's her name? Anya Taylor-Joy. She has like
Mhm.
less than 100 lines or something in this movie. Like she doesn't talk much. So
I can believe that, especially after
Yeah.
seeing the Mad Max.
yeah. So challenge will have around 10 to 20 million more domestically. Legs are good to end around the 45-50 million range, but we'll see. But we'll see how streaming affects it.
I can see 10
Domestic.
million more. I don't. I think it goes 37
Mm.
internationally and somewhere like 43, 44
Mm.
domestically. So I mean that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's still like what 82.
What's the budget on? What was the budget on Challengers?
I mean
was
Zendaya
kinda-
probably just made by herself $1
Yeah,
billion.
right. Half the budget right there. Why didn't they drop at least one episode of Acolyte on the 4th? That would have made sense. They dropped Tales of the Empire.
Exactly. That's exactly.
They dropped Tales of the Empire. They should have gave like an extended clip or like a battle or something. I think that would have been cool. Because right now people are I think for the most part, most people aren't too hyped about the Acolyte. So we'll see.
Budget.
The Inside Out 2 will be a hit for Pixar, not gonna reach $1 billion. I agree with that one.
It's going to be close though. I think I can see it being real close.
Yeah, I can see it for sure passing 700. I don't know if it gets
I was
past
thinking
9.
800. I was thinking
Yeah.
800. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets past 9. It'll be interesting. Depends how good it is. If it's a good one, then I could see it maybe getting pretty close. But I don't know if it's gonna reach $1 billion.
It's just hard to make a bill now. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Production budget for Challengers is 55 million.
Okay.
Half of
Okay,
which is
so
Zendaya.
they'll kind of get a small profit, probably.
Marketing too. You got to throw about the marketing. So it probably needs to make 90 million to break even.
Yeah. We said it was 50 mil, 55 mil,
55 million for production.
Yeah. And then it's usually, I believe, was it double that?
Usually for marketing, but I don't think it saw it a lot of places. So I don't know.
No, it was a lesser push out. Yeah. It'll probably break even. They'll probably break even. I can see that.
How much do you think Mad Max Fury Road made?
Oh, I have no idea. I could see maybe like 200, if that. More, really.
Yeah.
300?
All worldwide.
Worldwide, I can see it going maybe like 5.
No, lower, much lower.
Much lower. Oh shit! Well, like 4,
380.
380. Okay.
So
Not too
154 domestically and 226 internationally.
bad. Yeah.
Budget was 150 million.
Yeah. It's not bad. Made even just on domestic.
Mhm.
But yeah, the international with something like that, I can see that doing really well internationally. That might be this one too. You know, we got Hemsworth. People love Hemsworth. People love Anya Taylor-Joy. You
I
know,
don't think it makes that much money.
I don't think it makes that much. I don't think it makes that much, but I guess he's
'Cause
doing
it's
okay.
Charlize Theron by herself
Oh yeah.
is a bigger star than any of them, you know, and
Oh,
then
well, yeah, then you had Tom Hardy, then you
I'm
had
Hardy on himself. Exactly. You
the
know,
other dude, the bald-headed guy. Can't think of what's his name is. He was
and you
Beast.
got Zoe Kravitz, you got Nicholas
Joey
Holt,
Kravitz. Oh shit, that's
you
right.
know, you
Nicholas
got
Holt. That's what I was
yeah.
thinking.
Like, I'm just saying, like when you have that many stars, I feel like that it's more. It's more. I mean,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron by herself is bigger than all of them, so I just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hemsworth was never a big draw in the box office. No, I don't think he was never a big draw, but I know people like him. Like,
That's true.
people like him, but he's never a big draw. He's not a person that really you go and see.
Because you don't go see for his acting.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, he can make a nice little comfy home for himself at Netflix with those like extraction movies.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, like he
Oh
can
my
stay
gosh.
there and just do that a bunch and call it a day.
All right. We're already at 10 o'clock. I feel
Yeah.
like we gotta do one of these reviews. And I want to talk about Interview with the Vampire for like a long time. So
Yeah. Yeah, you want to do a chat before you want to do challengers? We could do that super quick between me
yeah,
and
we can
you.
knock that out because that's why I want to get it done, knock it out.
And then
I
move
also
on.
don't want people ever leaving, everyone leaving because we're talking about Interview with the Vampire. So
Yeah.
that's-
So that's the point. We're gonna do a movie review, talk about Interview with the Vampire, and then if we have time, we'll watch a trailer or
Trailer.
something at the end.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see
I mean,
how
it's The
far
Boys.
that rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, let's talk about challengers. If officially talk about it now. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer, Brian DeGrizzly, and we are gonna review the new Zendaya movie. I was thinking of her first name. I was like, wait, no, it's just Zendaya. It is the tennis movie Challengers. So I know we're a little late to it, and but I think it's a movie that has a good discussion. I think it's going to be up for maybe some awards when that time of year comes around.
I could see 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Maybe,
nothing big,
maybe.
but yeah. But it's a movie a lot of people are talking about too. A lot of people love it. So yeah, we're gonna discuss that. We're gonna get to our ratings, into our likes and dislikes.
I got synopsis up, so why not?
Yeah. And then Brian, you want to let them know what the movie's about?
Sure. All right. Satoshi, a tennis player turned coach, has transformed her husband from mediocre player into a world famous Grand Slam champion. To jolt him out of his recent losing streak, she makes him play a challenger event, close to the lowest level of tournament on a pro tour. Tension soon runs high when he finds himself standing across the net. I should have said from what it says.
That's it.
Yeah, it's all it says. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty simple movie. Two guys fall in love with a girl, stuff happens, and then they kind of like become best friends to never talking to being in a tennis match together. And
Exactly. And that
and
then all of it is instigated by Tashi. So
you sound so thrilled, Brian, to be discussing it.
Well, might as well. I'll tell you what I think about it.
Yeah, go for it.
So, once again, so I do like individual sports where when it's individual, when you are the only person you can rely on and you're going against another person, which works well for real life things. And I thought the actual movie was okay. I don't think I enjoyed Zendaya's acting. I didn't think the other two guys were great. They could have been played by anyone. So was it Patrick Zweg? What was his name? And
The
I know
main two
Art
guys?
Donaldson, yeah,
Oh,
Art
Art,
Donaldson,
yeah, Art
but
Donaldson and
I don't
Patrick
know.
Swayze.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think like it was great, but Zendaya herself was great, and she made me hate Tashi. I mean, it was I hated her so much, and I think something that you said for the movie was just very horny, just very just always on the edge of just really want it. It doesn't show sex, but it does always insinuate it and all the time, and she uses the sex to really I don't know if it's motivate or to get her way. Always very manipulative,
Mm.
very I don't know, it just at the end, I just didn't enjoy watching the movie. Now, do I think it's a good movie? I think it was a pretty okay movie, but I just did not enjoy the tension and the type of person I was watching,
Mm.
and how stupid the two guys were.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just did not enjoy it. So, cinematography was really nice. I do agree. The way they shot the movie was interesting in itself.
Mhm.
Um, but and that was almost like another character inside the movie. But there are a lot of times I was bored. Some of the comments were I didn't care about, and I think that stands from me not caring about the other two characters. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, so but it was a lot of tension. It was a lot of stupid moves that I just thought you should see this coming, and you guys are falling for a hook, line, and sinker. But it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm kind of right there with you, man. Like, I love the way it was shot. I love the freaking soundtrack, man. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. That was some good. That was some good soundtrack, and it was perfect for like this synth wave kind of vibes for everything that was going on. Great. Zendaya was amazing. She was really amazing as being this like manipulative, horrible person. Like, oh man, like you hated her at the end of this movie. You're like, oh, you don't deserve anything. Like, blow out your other knee. Hope your other knee blows up too. It's like, oh man, you know. Um, and it was shot. I love some of the shots where sometimes you're the tennis ball, sometimes you're kind of like the way it was shot, and little things like tennis is known for like the head back and forth, because you're following the ball, and like there's a shot where like everyone's doing it, everyone's looking, and it zooms into Dea, and then she's doing, but then she stops, and everyone
Yeah.
else is doing it. I thought that was such a cool scene. Like there's some really cool shots in the film, like awesome, like cool looking stuff. Um, but with that being said, some of the like I thought the story was just so maybe it's because I'm older. Both of us are older. In
Yeah.
relationships, have kids where it's like we're past that part
Like
of our
I wouldn't be part of that in my life. Like I just
you know,
would leave. just,
yeah,
just,
yeah.
just
It was very, like I said, very horny. It wasn't a lot of sex, so they didn't show the sex, but it was very horny. And so I think somebody in our live chat, said it's very sensual stuff and foreplay.
yeah.
Exactly what it was. It was like a lot of leading up to the sex and a lot of and it was just like for me, like I don't know if I'm a prune at this point. Like prune is like, oh, but it was just like, like I feel like it didn't really push the story as much, you know, but because I mean it kind of did though. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It didn't feel comfortable with me with it.
Mhm.
But and then the two guys, they were okay. Like you said, they were kind of replaceable. You could have gotten any other two guys and it would have been just the same, I think. But besides that, I think the plot was kind of yeah. The one thing I really didn't like, and I usually don't mind the time jumps like that. I
Mhm.
don't mind when you tell part of the story, then it cuts back, then it cuts back. But the way it was doing it was just like, oh, you're here, and now you're 4 years ago, and now you're back to the tennis match, and now you're 4 years ago, 2 months after that, and the way
Yeah.
they did it is like, oh, 2 weeks later from 4 years ago, and then they go back,
But
and it's just like, I
see
was like,
that I didn't mind because it felt like each
it was,
scene of they're doing that was
yeah,
the other striking the ball.
Yeah,
And now the
yeah,
ball's in your court, and this is what he did. And now the
yeah,
ball's back in your. It was illustrating their relationship and why they're playing, doing that the same way. So
yeah.
I didn't mind that. I just didn't care.
Maybe that's what it is, because I just didn't care about it, because they did it, and I was like, eh, and it was just like, I don't know, man. It's just like it's too much. I'm like, I really don't care enough about it. And usually I don't mind stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me. And I prefer a good story when they have cool time loops like that, and like what's going on. Like, I love that kind of stuff. And this one just didn't do it for me with that. But besides that, I'm trying to think of like bad stuff. The acting overall was okay. As much as the two dudes were kind of replaceable, but they did the job.
They're fine. Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah.
I just didn't care. Once again, I think that's my overarching thing. I didn't care enough about the movie, but I didn't care about the characters. So when their hearts are broken, I was like, man, she is terrible.
Yeah.
But he might deserve it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, I do got one thing. The ending. So this is
No.
full spoiler. Full spoiler. Giving you guys warning right now. The way it ends is the director is like, you don't know who wins, kind of thing. Like, you decide who wins. I was like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, according to tennis, like, Art would have had point to Doug. Patrick won the match.
Yeah.
Patrick won. That's why I was like, I don't get like what the ending was. And then they're back and forth, back and forth. And then he like spikes it like he's playing volleyball, and he's already on the other side of the net. And I was like, he lost the match. It was like, and it was just like, the ending was like, overall, just the whole, everything that happens at the end, not just that part, was just like it was, because it was going like going up, and then once things happen, it goes like 100 miles an hour. It's just like it goes so fast, and everything's happening so quick, and they're doing the whole sign to each other and stuff like that. And I was like, it was the ending was paced really weirdly compared to the rest of the movie for me.
Yeah, I agree, but I felt like it was more like a race, a car race, and then at the end, instead of getting it was just a crash, and you're watching a crash.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I saw it. It was all coming in anticipation about who's gonna win, and just crash.
Yeah,
everyone blows up. And that's kind of what it was.
Yeah,
what it was.
That's what I was like. No, Patrick won. Like, it would have been point deduction. Patrick would have won. Like, that was it. So I didn't quite get that, but it was just like the whole, like, even that, because I'm like, at the end, I'm sitting there, I'm like, so after 20 years, you guys are like bros before hoes? Like, I don't. What do you do after
you've been married, dude?
Yeah. It was like, you guys are like hugging now, and like, even she's like, yes. So I was like, wait, why are you cheering? Like, like what? I was like, oh man, it's just like, it was interesting. It was an interesting ending, So yeah. Anything else before we move on to our ratings? Anything you might have forgot?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But cool, let's get into our ratings. So we do things nice and easy. Now, later, never. Now means you got to rush out and go watch it now. Later means you can wait till it's at streaming and watch it at home, and never means just skip it altogether. What are you giving this one, man?
A later. It's I am probably gonna watch it again, but definitely be a streaming. I would not go back to the movie theater to go see it again. But I would watch it as I was doing something else. So to me, that tells me it's a later film. I don't feel like I need to go watch it right now. The best part of the film is Zendaya, the competition part, and just leaves a lot for me wanting. So it's a later.
Yeah, for me, it's a later too. It's just, I don't want to go see it in theaters. My girlfriend's like, yeah. After me telling her about it, she's like, yeah, I don't want to see it. So we'll probably watch it once it's out on streaming. But even then, it might just be one and done. So, but it's definitely a later. I think if you like tennis, you'll like it. If you like cool shot movies or really awesome soundtracks, or if you like Zendaya,
Zendaya, I was gonna say,
if you like Zendaya,
or
it's definitely
sexual
gonna be really cool.
tension. If you don't mind sexual tension being the driving point of a movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all those would be reasons why you will say this is
Yeah.
something you really want to see. But besides that,
Yeah. It's a lot of like love kind of stuff, but it not really love, more like um like I guess sexual attention might probably the best way to like, you know,
lusting almost.
lust. Yeah, really. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, we're both giving it laters. It just wasn't our cup of tea, So but I know people are absolutely loving this movie because we're on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience gave it a 73, which is not bad, with 500 ratings, verified ratings, with 311 reviews from the critics to 88%. So it went down a little bit,
but it is a critic type of movie. I could see a critics really loving it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's not a fully artsy fartsy kind of stuff, but for the most part, it's definitely a movie that I think critics love. From the music to the way it's shot to the acting, back and forth in times and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, Luca, I'm not even gonna pronounce his last name, but he does other movies that are similar to this, very, very horny movies. So if you like his filmmaking, you'll definitely like this one. But yeah, I think that's it for us for the review of Challengers. Leave your comments down below if you're watching on the replay. Let us know what you think about it. Do you hate it? Do you like it? You somewhere in the middle? We know a lot of people that are just absolutely loving this movie. So let us know what you think about it. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us live every Monday and Thursday. Talk movies, TV, all the other fun stuff, comics and stuff like that. So come and join us live. And if you're watching live, stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic. Cool. Sorry. Let me get to some of the comments real quick.
I'm like interested in what they're saying. I was like, oh,
I know.
Oh, the counselor. Oh, yeah. Okay. Brandon.
4.1 on Letterboxd. That's pretty good. I think I give it 3.5 on Letterboxd. I think so. Let's see where I left off. Oh, there we go. Mike Fist. I don't know. Gave probably my favorite performance in Challengers. Do play the ultimate simp so well. He was so annoying, man. He was like at that point,
Stupid?
it's like, why? Like, I don't know. Yeah, very, very stupid. Like, cause your friend's not gonna give up, even if you tell the dude like, hey, I like her. You're like, oh, okay, cool. It's like I wouldn't even bother anymore. It was like, because at the point it's like, is it worth your friendship? And obviously for her, it was a fucking game. Yeah. Also, did you notice the Spider-Man reference? No. So they have a daughter together. I was like, how do you have a daughter with a dude you don't even want to fucking be with?
Yeah.
So they have a daughter, and she comes out and she's like, she goes, oh, you guys talking about tennis? You always talk about tennis. And she's like, oh yeah. She goes, oh, go back in and watch Across the Spider-Verse. I'll be right in there or something like that. Okay. And I was like, oh, that's funny. So
well, that was Lily, whatever. In that,
yeah, the little girl.
Yeah, the girl.
Horrible. She was like Tom Hardy. What you said? Did you tell them? Did you find what movie that we were talking about?
I was looking for it. It's like Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton. I do not remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Zendaya is great in this. She brought a lot to Ro Tashi. She did. She really did.
I mean, yeah, to hate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes it's hard.
Are you talking about Warrior again?
Warrior? Nah, that's very different, man. That's our brothers, and they have like that's very, very different.
That's UFC and He's not like a never mind. That's it's different.
Yeah. There's no horniness in Warrior, man. There's no horniness for sure. Oh, real quick, we got Tony in the house. What's up?
What up,
What's up, Jim?
Tony?
He said Luca never really does sex in his movies. He's more about sensual stuff and foreplay. Yeah.
And we got a
And
lot
you
of
definitely,
that.
yeah, you
lot of
definitely
that.
feel that. This is has my favorite soundtrack of the year, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross. I agree. That was a great soundtrack. And I heard other people like, oh, I wasn't really digging it. And so like it made me kind of like listen a little bit more about it. And I was like, that is a good soundtrack, man. That was really good. I do like that. But you know, I mean that's what happened.
The year for like of 2024, you're saying. Not because the movie came out really 2023. It was, you know, it's released 2024 now.
What's that?
Challengers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
of
2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soundtrack wise, I'm trying to remember other movies' soundtrack. I mean, Dune was cool, but Dune just had the kind of the same.
Yeah, the same type of stuff over and over again.
Yeah. Xavier said the soundtrack is awesome and brings the energy to the direction, camera shots. Yeah. Warrior.
Yeah.
It's very different, man.
That's not the same type of
movie. You guys told me I'm going to see this when it streams. Yeah.
Exactly what time you should. Yeah.
Especially and us knowing kind of like how you're kind of tasting movies and stuff like that for the most part. Yeah, this is definitely a stream one for you, man.
If I told him to go get it right now, he'll be upset. He'll be like, dude, why would you tell me to see this?
He's gonna come back. He's like, I never listen to you guys ever again.
I will never forgive you.
If this brings back the sexual thrillers, I'm all for it. It's horny film without being too gratuitous. Power dynamic is what drives the film for me. Yeah, and then there's like a big topic on this being the movie that kind of maybe brings stuff like this back. You know, not full on sex, but you know, sexual thrillers. That's if that's the category for it, that's a pretty good spot on category. But the very like horny kind of films.
But I think you need a wonderful, strong actress to be able to carry something like that everyone wants.
Yeah,
like you.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Like talk about Charlize Theron. Like I could see her being that type of like. You have to have someone who's uniquely awesome looking that like would drive many different type of people to really like her. If that makes sense. Yeah.
No, yeah. And I think that's why like it's a good performance out of Zendaya because it's something I think very different. I mean, the closest thing would be Euphoria, I think, for her.
Mm-hmm.
But even that's still very different, than this. Because like you see her in the film and like you want to like her, like she's a badass, she's screaming and yelling, and you're like,
she reminds you of your favorite tennis player, like like literally everything you love about that. And
then you get to know her, and you're like, oh, you're not that innocent. Yeah. And then the thing is, like years later, I'm like, oh, you're still a piece of shit. It's just like you can get away with it when you're 18, it's like because you're 18, whatever, like you make mistakes, you do things, you're not fully thinking, hormones, all that. But it's like, but now you're a grown ass adult and you're still a piece of shit. So it's like,
well, that's because it seems like when she lost her ability to play high level tennis, then she decided to play this game with them with hearts and manipulate it and be in control of everything. And that's what she's a control freak. And a lot of those people do really well in sports.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, man. I was gonna say, ask Michael Jordan.
Hey, I'll never say anything bad about Michael Jordan.
Yeah, because you might turn around and he's like already dunking on you or something. You're like, what the fuck? Where'd you come from? I took that personally. It's like, what?
I saw it was a show about him dunking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, you're like 63 years old. You say I can't dunk. Yeah, I took that personally.
Exactly. I'm coming back to the NBA. Tashi wanted good effing tennis. Yeah. It links back to Tashi talking about when a match gets so good it feels like you're falling in love with your opponent. Yeah. I got all that with the ending and stuff like that. It was it was an interesting ending, man. The ending was
Good fucking
that's why I
tennis.
didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. Excuse me. After this movie, I know you guys didn't watch it yet. I remember going in, I'm in this like Discord group with other guys, and I remember messaging and like Zach and Kenny was in it. I was like, "Fuck that ending, man!" I was like, "That's some bullshit." I'm like, "Oh, you didn't like it?" I'm like, "No, I didn't like. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just like it was a good ending, but it was also like a fu kind of ending, and it was just like." I'm like, for the fuck's in day, because I'm already angry, and now you're gonna get me into the car crash, like you. That's the perfect way to put it. So you're already angry, and then it gets you into the car crash, kind of with this tennis match, how it ends, and you're like, "Ugh," like fuck all you guys, you're just angry,
But yeah, but everyone, I feel like they deserved it because they were all terrible and
Yeah, no
stupid
one was
people.
good.
Yeah, there was no like hero in this. Like, oh man, I
Yeah.
feel bad about this person. I ain't feel bad about. I felt bad about the little girl having to have them as parents.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Maxine is coming out. Yep, yep. I'm also looking forward to Maxine as well. Mia Goth is gonna kill it. Yep, she's
Oh
gonna, she's
yeah.
gonna be awesome. Yeah, I know Brandman's super excited about that. Like super excited. Brandon, I guess if Brandon will make it tonight.
I can't
Yeah.
say
Oh no,
because
she now later never is also the guess if Brandon is gonna make it tonight. I don't know, man. I didn't did you message
I'm
him?
voting for later.
Yeah. They'll probably come in right towards the end.
Right after we done with interview the vampire, he's like, "Oh, you
What?
did interview the vampire? Yes, we did."
Oh, that man wakes up at like 4 in the morning or something crazy, like every day. Like I'm
uh,
barely going to bed.
craziness.
Xavier, if you like that, then I'm telling you to check out the counselor with Brad Pitt and Fassbender and Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't remember what's the counselor. I don't think I remember that one.
I do remember that and sexual thriller type stuff.
I don't think I remember that one. I'll have to look that one up. So thanks for recommendation. If you are on Letterbox target demographic, you will like it. Yeah. I'm on Letterbox. I love Letterbox. I need to write a little more. I haven't had an opportunity to write a review. Because I need a good hour to type something up, proofread it, and stuff like that. And I just haven't had the chance, which really sucks. And I do want to type something up. But also I feel like I don't want to type something up for an average movie, at least an average movie, how I see it. But it is funny you're saying stuff like that. I saw my sister over the weekend, and I was showing them my like letterbox. I'm like, "Oh, it's everything I saw." Blah blah blah. My sister's like, "I don't get how it works." I was like, she's younger than me, so talk about demographic. Yeah, the letterbox is definitely like a younger. I think younger movie people are on letterbox. Because I think I
It's
know
the
there's a whole
time to do it. That's what it is. It's
yeah
just the time.
yeah. I know this should be a whole nother conversation, but I think legit movie critics aren't as valuable as they were once before. Because now like Roger and Ebert are legends. Those guys made criticizing movies like a thing. You know what I mean? Like the amounts of times I will watch them and either agree with them or just yell at my screen. Like, you didn't like this? Like you guys suck.
How
And
dare you?
yeah,
What's wrong with
yeah.
you?
And Brandon Davis, I saw him do something with Roger and Ebert with Star Wars, the original Star Wars. Um, but nowadays you have YouTube, and I think YouTube movie critics are people listen to them more because they're like, you're like, oh, you're just a normal dude, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Or and you also can find someone who's under your same demographic, same thing that you kind of like, so you can know if you really could like this movie just
mhm,
because this person likes the same type of stuff you like.
yeah,
Not pretentious, not like think they're all, everything. Like my opinion matters more than yours.
Mhm.
You get someone who's just, just a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it is interesting. And Letterbox is definitely a big thing now, man. Yeah. So, uh, Xavier Rose Perez is in it. Really, really awesome.
Rosie Perez.
Oh yeah. I don't know why it's really like one name.
Xavier Rosie Perez. I'm like, no, he's an Xavier, comma. Rosie Perez is
Yeah.
She's really, really awesome.
I'm basically I am Ron Burgundy. Like, I'm Ron Burgundy. Do you see? I don't get into politics or anything, but Biden did that, and that shit was fucking hilarious. Where he's like, he said something, he's like, blah 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 blah. Pause. I started laughing so much because it literally says pause on the teleprompter, because you're supposed to pause. So he read it. I started laughing so much because it reminded me of the I'm Ron Burgundy. Like, who put a question mark on it? Yeah, that shit's hilarious. No sex, but definitely a sexy film. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Very sexy.
I think he's talking about the counselor.
The Counselor.
Which is not. It's not on the same level. This is a much better movie than The Counselor was.
Okay. I see. I don't even know, but 4.1 on Letterbox. Well, she said she did not want to be a homewrecker. She warned them. She did. To be fair, she did.
That doesn't matter when you've been together with someone for forever. Like at that point, and had a kid with them. All that warning that someone and you're a teenager goes out the fucking window.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And then the whole thing too is like she knew the dude was there. She saw him at the hotel. It was like he gave you her number, and your first thing wasn't throwing it away. Like you kept it, and I was like, come on, no, it was like, ugh. Yeah. I mean, that's the part that like started boiling my blood with the cheating thing. Yeah. Abigail was a fun movie. I know you guys reviewed it.
Abigail was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
It's on my watch this. It's on digital now, so you gotta watch it.
That it's just so much fun. And just watching it, enjoying it. Yeah, no, I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Rue and Tashi are very different characters. Tashi is so calculated and living her broken dreams through her husband. Yeah, and that's why she pushed her. He's like, oh, he wants to retire, and she's like, no. Yeah. So I mean, you feel bad for him, but then you also remember, it's like, dude, you chose this.
You said I do.
Yeah.
You could have backed out. Then
yeah. You know what you're getting into, man. So we're both guys ping-ponging Zendaya. Yeah. Well, no, because Patrick was officially.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like the way things went down, Zendaya was blaming Patrick why she got hurt. Because they got into a big argument before she got hurt. And then the other guy started playing ping pong. But yeah, it was weird.
It's so much easier to blame someone else instead of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yep. Abigail was fun movie. Radio Silence really loves using a certain effect in their horror films.
Yeah, music was great. Yeah,
Radio Silence really loves, yeah. Because I know it's by the Radio Silence guys, but
yeah,
I don't know what effect. Well, because I haven't seen Abigail.
Yeah, so I was like, you have to actually see the movie. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Mom Bear said nothing wrong with the movie being average. I think that you should be highlighted more. Nowadays, movies are either the best ever or boo boo trash.
And it's not. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Mama Bear.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I think me and Zach Attacks usually get into, because he puts a lot of movies at 5, and I'm like, for me, it's like I can't like there should be a lot of threes and a lot of 3.5s, I think, in a year, because that's average. And I think most movies are going to be average. But when you start getting like 10 movies and they're all like 5 out of 5 stars, then you either like a lot of stuff, which I know he does. He does like a lot of stuff. Or it's just like you're a little bit too forgiving, which he could be. I'm not too sure. But for me, it's like 1 to 3 movies a year are a 5, if that. You know what I mean?
I'm different. A
Yeah.
5 to me is when you're a top 50 movie. I'm only giving out maybe
Like out of
one
the
a year.
year?
Like, yeah, like no, I'm talking about here. I might give
Wow.
one 5. Doom 2 was great. I gave that 4.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, so like,
that.
don't give me like, I'm not gonna give you a 5 unless you change the way I see movies.
Yeah.
Like I watched you and I was like, wow, everything I was doing before was wrong. This movie has shown me the light. That's what I need to be a 5, you know?
Yeah, a 5 is like you're a perfect movie. You know, Luke Ponto. You know, he's another movie guy on the channel, a friend of the show. Actually, I gotta get him on another time because he came on once and he was part of a panel, and panels tend to be a little
That's
much. Yeah. But again, you know, he likes a lot of stuff, man. But he's more of the forgiving kind because he just loves movies. You know what I mean? And you know, when you love movies, you tend to love a lot, you know, a lot of it, you know. So, you know, but for me, a 5 is like a masterpiece, you know,
exactly.
and it's gonna be up there, you know. So for me, yeah.
Like I don't think a 5, the last 5 I saw, like perfect movie. I don't know the last one. I know I'll give The Matrix a 5. I will give
I think I gave Spider-Verse a 5.
oh yeah. Across the Spider-Verse was definitely something I gave a 5. Man, Inception I thought was 5. Like it needs to be one of those movies that changed my opinion on what movies do, and not just a regular movie.
Like so last year, I'm looking at my list on Letterbox. Only one movie has a 5, and that's Across the Spider-Verse. It was a 5. You know, Guardians was 4.5, American Fiction was 4.5, Barbie was 4.5, John
American
Wick,
Fiction was
Iron
great,
Clone.
and I still didn't give it a 5.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, Oppenheimer, Dumb Money. You know, The Creator. I personally love The Creator, but I know a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, it's all right.
You know, but those are all like my top 10s are like 4.5s. You know, and then it starts going to the 4s. You know, but I think bulk of the movies should be more average. You know, so
That's what average is. It's a
yeah, it
I
should be
follow a
right in the
bell
middle, and it
curve.
should be, yeah, exactly, man, exactly. Bringing math into it. Yeah,
68% of
and
things are all C's, and then we go from there.
yeah, and like you said, like it should be highlighted more. Like being an average movie doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's just
It's a movie. That's why you go to the movie theater to go watch this average movie. That's fine. And sometimes while watching an average movie, you find something that's so special that you have to go say something about it. And that is a 5. And that's what I say, okay, that's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm not giving you a 5.
Yeah. Radio Sign said that Abigail is the same universe as Ready or Not. I heard about that. I heard about that. That's pretty cool though. Most movies should be average. Hold on to those 5 people.
Exactly.
Man. You can't be handing out left and right.
Because then when you get something that's really a 5, you're not giving it the
appreciation.
Exactly.
That it deserves.
You really should be telling people you need to stop doing whatever you're doing and go see this damn movie because it's that good. It changed everything. Changed the way I saw movies. It changed what my opinion on this topic. Stuff like that. It's one of the best acted things I've ever seen. You know, something like that.
Yeah. Let me see. I want to pull up some stuff real quick. Yeah, because like being a 5 means it's special. It means it's like best of the best. And if you got a lot of movies that are 5s, then you have nothing that is 5. If everything's best of the best, then nothing is. You know, that kind of
exactly. Isn't that what they said in Incredibles? She's Dash says, no, she says, everybody's special. And he's like, which means no one is. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. So like
Uh-oh. There you go.
Dune 2. Oh, what happened? I missed it. Like
you got
Dune
fuzzy.
2, Monkey Man. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, shit, I did. Too many. Let me close some things up.
The 6th window did it.
Yeah. Actually, let me quit Discord. But if you have like Dune 2, Monkey Man, Challengers, and they're all 5 out of 5. You know,
Those are totally different movies, and not all. They're not 5s. I mean, there's if you love Dune 2, I can understand you say it's a 5 out of 5, but don't say Monkey Man is on the same level. That's not on the same level. It's just not. Challengers definitely is not. So
yeah. And I think my sister was mad that I put I think Monkey Man is my number 4 movie of the year as of right now. You know, I usually tend to change throughout the year. Yeah, Monkey Man is my number 5 technically. You know, but Dune for me, Dune is 5 out of 5. Then Fall Guys a 4. You know, and then Beekeeper's a 3.5. Godzilla's a 3.5, and Monkey Man I put at 3.5. I'm sorry. You know, it was a great movie. I really liked it.
no, that's about right.
But action wise was okay, you know. But I would put action if it was an action movie, Beekeeper was better action. The story was shittier, but the action was better, you know. And for me, it's like that's where it starts to balance out. It's like how good was the story compared to like how good the action is to other things like that, you know. And then Godzilla was the stupidest story ever, but some of the best action. Like it was just so much fun.
I like
absolute
Godzilla
fun.
more than I like any of all those. So
Yeah, but I really like the Fall Guy. But the difference between like Dune being a 5 and Fall Guy only being a 4, and that's my number 2.
And
There's so much in between.
yeah, but see, I put Dune at 4.5. I'll probably do Fall Guy at not 3.5, not a 4.5. I guess it'll be 4. I guess it would be 4. Yeah.
So because then for me, there should be like
It's enjoyment. Some things you get higher score because of your enjoyment. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'll say Godzilla versus Kong. And Kong, I think I enjoyed it so much, so I put it as a higher grade.
Yeah,
Because I just enjoyed it. I love doing it. So
yeah, it's a fun, stupid movie. But yeah, hold on to those 5s, man. I think people get people 5 give 5s because 4.5 or 4.5 don't really reflect their feelings, so they round up. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, you know. You're not wrong, but yeah. Maybe I'm being a little too critical, but that's me. I always don't give many 5s, only films I really love or rewatch movies from my childhood. Yeah. I mean, eventually I want to go through my list of movies, but man, the thing is like I've watched so many movies throughout my entire life, man. Like trying to like just Disney alone, man. I seen like every Disney movie
Disney
ever made,
movie. Yeah.
you know, and then you got to add in everything. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would hang out with my uncle all
Make a
weekend.
list. I don't think I can even make a list because the list just every time someone says something else, oh yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, I saw that too. Oh yeah, I saw that. It just go forever.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I appreciate like somebody like Zack Attacks who's kind of new. So he doesn't watch a lot of the movies like we watched when we were kids, you know. So like he's watching things now. So like I that's why I enjoy following him and seeing his how he sees things, you know, because it's new, you know, like even though like for us, we have 20, 30 years of loving it to death. For him, it's like brand new. So it's always interesting, I think,
So
to
if he
see
loses the
perspective.
context and the time period of it. So
Yeah.
like once
But
again,
he also doesn't get the nostalgia effect, which is could be
exactly.
good or bad, you know.
But I mean, like, so once again, as I bring the Matrix up,
Mhm.
the Matrix in 1999 was technology that you've never ever even thought that could be possible, right?
Yeah.
Watching it now, it's a movie. It's just a movie, you know. But it changed. So like, this is why I get 5s. Like, movies are going one way, and after the movie's made, it changed the direction
Yeah.
of that movies are going. That's what a 5 is to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I reserve it for just few unbelievable movies like a comedy or Shawshank Redemption, which is the greatest story, or something like that.
Mhm.
Like, or an ending that so blew my mind. Like I'm walking out,
Yeah.
like I need something like that to really give it a 5.
Yeah, I agree. That's why that pretty much if you ever look up like top 50 movies of all time, those should all be right around that 5. You can make some arguments for 4.5s, but for the most part, those are all gonna be like 5s.
But I can't give it a 5 if that's if I'm arguing that a movie is a 5, it better be able to be stand on that list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna give
Yeah. Well, you start
you
getting
know
into like some
Monkey
personal
Man,
preferences start, yeah. Personal preference. Yeah, yeah, like no, like you said, yeah. Like Monkey Man being next to like something like Citizen Kane.
Sister
You
King.
know,
Yeah,
it's
exactly
like
what
oh,
I'm going.
like but like Dune 2 and like Citizen Kane, like those you can like
It's
argue on like
I c
story for me, storytelling, like how it was told and
but no,
character
but
development.
I say no, but I also say, but it could definitely be number 50 on that list because
Yeah,
it's so good. It's a
yeah,
great movie.
yeah,
Great.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, it can hold its own. It's not
mhm,
gonna be where you talking about it and you're comparing it like, what the hell you talking about?
yeah,
No, it's,
yeah,
it's epic.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
once again, it might be, it almost does change the way you see movies, but I feel like it didn't change soap video or space operas. It really didn't change that. It's just one of the better space operas. So that's why I give it a 4.5.
Mhm,
But if it
mhm.
blew my mind, I was like, oh my God, then I'll give it a 5. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
close.
I would say it has to change movies, like, it does something that no other movies has
Has ever
ever
done.
done before, or it is the best in its, like, genre. You know what I mean? Like, and if it's, like, the best in its genre, then you can start talking about it, and I think
And that's why I say
sci-fi
hard
movies.
because if it's the best in this genre, is it better? I mean, return to chat.
Yeah,
What's the
Return of
set?
the Empire.
Yeah. No, but is it really Empire Strikes Back? That's a 5 out of 5. That's the
Yeah,
best of ever. So like it has to be at that level for me to be a 5. Like, yes, it's that.
yeah. See, and
You
I
know.
think for me it is, you know, but yeah,
And
but
then
that's neither here nor there.
with the greatest villain of all time. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, but a lot of the I mean, it is like old George Lucas, and the dialogue is a little, um, not
But
cringy.
the story
Like
of
the story is amazing. The story is
Empire
amazing.
Strikes Back.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, yeah. I know Brandon was gonna bring up a Mission Impossible. It's a 5. It's a 5.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I wanted to do the Gargoyle series with Retro. She's never seen. Oh, so this is her first time seeing it.
When
Okay.
every time she's explaining and it's funny because you can tell Mama Bear like I saw this when it first came out, and Retro No Girl's like, oh, okay. So and she going through it, she's seeing it like it was just started last week, and Mama
Mhm.
Bear's like, dude, yeah, I remember when we did this, and the voice of
Yeah,
Goliath and how epic it is, and you know, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
I
would
don't
love
know.
that.
Hey, where's my
Give me Keith
camera?
Lee.
I am such a nerd. I don't know if you guys can see my
Oh
gargoyles
yeah, let's give him
collection
down
down
there.
there.
Nice. Nice. I want to get those, man. I want to get those so bad. Those I might take out the box though and make it cool setup.
I mean, they are, and they're huge. So
Yeah, they're big. They're big boys. Um, I think we talked about that. For me, it's either rewatchable. If it's on, watch it one and done, and I want my money back. Yeah, yeah, they're rewatchable. I mean, that's kind of like that for me. That's how I do the keep, watch, burn. Like the keep is like you can keep rewatching it. Watch means you watch it once. If it's on, you might watch it, and then burn is burn it. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, like when you do 3 great movies like what Drew gave us earlier, it's not saying Pineapple Express is a crappy movie. It's just out of those 3,
I don't think
it's not the best.
it can't stand up to the other ones. That's all it is.
No, no. Yeah. but it is a fun movie. I do enjoy it a lot, but compared to the other two, not even close. Not even close. You guys think we get another Incredibles? Yeah, I think they hinted at it.
Yeah, but if we do, it's gonna be another 15 years.
I mean, it's already been how many years? It's already been a while, right?
It has been a while, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something about an Incredibles 3 at D23 this year. I would not be surprised at all.
It's
You know?
so hard to do that type of animation and have a good story, and you don't want to touch some things. So,
Yeah. I mean, number two wasn't as good as number one, but I still enjoyed number two. But I feel like
Me
a
too.
trilogy might be able to do something cool with the kids. You know, maybe age them up a tad bit more. I don't know.
No, you gotta have
Keep them the same age, keep them young.
only because I don't think you do it without what's his name, Craig Nelson. I don't think you could do it without him, you know, or Holly Hunter.
Oh,
do
yeah,
it without so you can't do it without Mr. Incredible. You can't do it without Samuel L. Jackson. You can't, Lucius. You can't do it with without Helen. Like Holly Hunter has to be in it. So when you age up the kids, I think you putting them as older.
Yeah, well, I think that could be an interesting story because now it's like Mr. Incredible. Maybe you're not that incredible anymore because now your kids are super badass now. It's like, and that's kind of, what happens in nature. It's like, the old lion starts getting a little old and, the new kid comes in and starts taking over, so, dads and fathers always butt heads, so I can see something like that be kind of interesting. Or even the daughter, she butts heads with both parents a lot.
Yeah,
So I
but
can see something like that.
you haven't gotten to college. I feel like that. Like you're skipping a whole lot. It took 15 years for them to go 3 years, and then in 5 years we're gonna go
not even
to adult.
I think number one and number two picks up right where number one ends. It's like picks up right where it ends. Like because they have to fight the mole man or whatever, dude.
It's been 6 years now. So
6 years.
Yeah, it's only been 6 years.
So we just get half the time. It keeps getting cut in half. So last one was 15, so now it's about 7.5. And after that, it'll be about 3.
I don't think we get Incredibles 3 though.
No, you don't think so?
No. I think that Samuel Jackson's too busy. I think Holly Hunter is still doing a lot of stuff. I think you're gonna have hard time getting all the voices because the voices are gonna change. I don't know.
I don't even know if the kids are actually kids that voice them. I would have to look that up. I'm not sure because a lot of times it's like, whenever it's like a young boy or a young girl, it's usually, Tara Strong or somebody, like
exactly
50-year-old woman. It's like, oh, I could be a kid. So, but yeah, I haven't been reading some things about Incredibles, so we'll see.
But they've been saying that it might come out since 2020.
Yeah,
for the last 4 years.
It's true.
We might get it. Yeah, we'll see.
Ryan Gosling does not have the star power for $120 to $150 million budget. Yeah, not wrong.
It's funny you say that.
He's good. I do like a lot of his movies, but is he a blockbuster kind of guy? Maybe. I don't know. Depends.
I mean, I have nothing bad to say about the dude who married Eva Mendes. Nothing. Nothing to say.
How he pulled her.
He's one of the best looking guys in the world. I'm gonna go with that. And he made The Notebook.
He made The Notebook. Ryan Gosling is not enough. Not
you're not enough. Then we're
not in the box office. Yeah, right. That's why I wanted to do Gargoyles series with Retro. She's never seen. I think it's.
We saw that.
Yeah. So I would give a 5. Y'all think I'm crazy. Speed Racer was a damn near perfect movie. Speed Racer was a fun movie.
A fun movie. There's no way
it got a lot of hate.
Movie.
It got a lot of hate.
And a lot of people died from having epilepsy. Epileptic seizures.
But I think a lot of people were expecting like insane things from the Wazowskis, coming after the Matrix and all that stuff, and it was a good movie. I had a lot of fun with it, but I don't know if it's a
It was
5.
good. It
I
was
don't know if
good.
it's a 5.
I don't know if it's a 4. It's about a
No,
4.
I was gonna say
3 and a half.
3.5. 3.5. Like I had fun with it. 3.5. Didn't hate it. My barrel. Oh my god, for the gargoyles.
Gargoyles, yeah.
Those are awesome, man. I always see them, and I always like, fuck, man. I really want to start collecting them. There's not that
Yes.
many, but they're all on my Amazon wish list, like all of them. Like,
So I have Xanatos, I got Goliath, I got Brooklyn, I got
I want to get Bronx. I named my dog growing up Bronx because of gargoyles.
Demona, I got Lisa, Eliza.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, Eliza. It's crazy. Yeah, but that's probably it.
yeah. Well, it is another Toy Story coming, man.
That is true.
And right now, Disney, they're in a money problem. And what do you do when you're in a money problem? You give people what
story.
they love.
Make Toy Story. That's all
Make
you
a
need
Toy
to do.
Story, make a Frozen, make a Zootopia, like sequels galore.
Whoa. You putting Zootopia in the same level as Toy Story? I don't even think. I think you should
No,
have.
I'm just saying it's a
You should have
sequel.
ended the sentence, waited 3 minutes, and then said Zootopia. Oh
What
man.
else? There's another Moana 2. Do Moana 2.
Talking
feel
about
like-
the
I
Lion
feel like
King.
The Lion King. Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's the live action.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they're doing a bunch of
Oh,
So-
bro, Zootopia is not on the level of fucking
Zootopia
Toy Story.
was that shit. Zootopia was awesome, but it's not. I agree with
Toy
Brian.
Story?
It's not on the level of Toy Story. Zootopia was awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. Super cool, but Toy Story is Toy Story.
Like,
Yeah.
man, I mean, come on. I've never cried because of Zootopia at all. I've never cried when the animals are holding each other as they're going into a furnace. Oh my dude, I'm bawling. I'm like, no, this is crazy. I thought it was my heart was broken. My heart was broken. I was so mad at Andy. It's like, this is your fault for not taking care of your damn toys. What's wrong with you? I
Don't
was ready
grow
to go
up.
fight him.
Don't
I
grow-
was ready to fight Andy for growing up.
See, so I mean that's kind of because that's the third one you're able to like connect. Zootopia 1 versus Toy Story 1.
Toy Story 1 is way better.
Yeah,
But Buzz
I mean,
Lightyear? Buzz
Buzz
Lightyear?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, people lost their mind with Buzz Lightyear, and oh my!
And I think a
The
lot of people are
movie-
able to like really relate. Like you got the new toy and the old toy is like thrown to the side, and you're like, oh my god, that's what happened. He
But it's
hated me.
also Tim Allen and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, classic. He goes, I give you that about Toy Story. Yeah,
It's Toy Story, dude. It's just like there's levels. Like when you take Toy Story, the only other movie you can say in the same sentence is Lion King.
You're not
Everything
wrong.
else can be
You're
like
not wrong.
in the sentence. Give us some time, and then you can speak it on it. I love Aladdin, and I love Beauty and the Beast, and I love like all those movies. But I feel like Toy Story and Finding Nemo and Lion King are some of the greatest animation stories that you ever seen.
Mm.
But I will say Finding Nemo's a level below those two. Though.
Wait, yeah, that's
No, Finding Nemo made a lot of freaking money.
Oh yeah.
And
But
people
no,
love Finding Nemo, but it's not Toy Story.
No, there's like those, and then like Finding Nemo is in that second tier. Zootopia's maybe in that third tier.
I don't even know if it's in the third tier.
Maybe that's what I said. Maybe.
You remember Finding Nemo almost made a bill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People like aquariums, like people that sold fish couldn't keep those fishes like in stock. People were buying clownfish like crazy. Yeah.
Hey, it's funny I said that, but Zootopia made a bill, right?
Did it? That's why I was like, did it?
Internationally.
I mean,
internationally.
Yeah, globally. I understand like you had like that's what people are gonna like. Yeah. But all the movies I believe that are getting sequels all made a bill. I could be wrong, but I think Moana made a bill. I think all the sequels we're getting all had a billion at first, which makes sense. I mean, Disney wants money, so they're like, well, let's take our best ones. And
Moana didn't make a bill.
it didn't
Mm.
really. I thought that would have made a bill.
There's
But
just good stories, but also when you come out, movies, you know,
but also Moana's been like the number one streaming like movie
for forever,
for a while
long
now.
time now.
Yeah, it's like it's one of Disney Plus's like main thing. You know, Disney Plus got more like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which is like constantly one of the most streamed things on the app. But then Moana is just one of the most streamed things in general. You know, so
Hey, I could go on and on,
So.
on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the ground, the ground, the grass, the ground. That was just mommy just messing around. I killed the ill. I buried his guts. Sprouted the tree. Now I got coconuts. Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
come on.
Man, usually I can do it, but yeah.
Get up, start dancing. Yeah, but
we have less than an hour to do.
yeah, I know. I know.
Vampire.
One thing is that I just don't like the racism analogy in Zootopia.
That's the point of the whole movie.
But it's a I know it's a weird thing to see, but like I think introducing kids to stuff like that, like and understanding, you know what I mean? And that's Disney's always done stuff like that. You know, that's why people are like, oh, like blah blah blah. But Disney's always been more like learn to be what word am I like respectful to others and love your neighbor and stuff like that. Like
at least that's what the movies, some of the movies, and then we get sounds of the songs from the South.
Oh, Disney pretends that shit don't exist, man. I mean, that's why like people are so mad about Splash Mountain like being gone. But I'm like, listen, they don't sell merch. You know, they don't sell merch because of Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain, they had to change. They changed the name to a movie, Splash, when this came out. So it's like, you know, like Splash Mountain, and I know you're going. Man, I hope you go on that ride, the Tiana.
Oh man, that's what I want to see.
People are still getting into it. Oh, the animatronics look insane. They look so good. They're saying like Tokyo Disney is like the best Disney in the world. And they're saying
Tokyo,
like
and probably because there's so much money in Tokyo. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, just they put money into it. Also, like Tokyo has a weird thing about, is it Tokyo or Japan? I don't know. But they're doing shit right now. If you look up like the new Tokyo land that opened up with Frozen, Tangled, and something else, like those, oh my god, I'm like,
the highest grossing movies in Disney history.
But no, the lands are
I'm saying you might as well just put as much money you can.
Yeah. So, but you know, but again, like you kind of like introduce like, hey, you know, racism is bad. You should love your neighbor. Don't judge a book by its cover. And, you know, a lot of those,
and it goes both ways too.
Yeah.
So though you're meek and whatever,
you
know, it goes both ways.
You know, so you know, as much as I don't like it, I did like that they put that in a way where like kids could understand. They're like, oh, why does the rabbit hate the fox? You know, it's like, oh, you know, like they should.
The fox should eat the rabbit. That's why.
Yeah. So, and then why does everyone hate the bunny? You know, it's like, you know, so.
And you know what else used to eat?
Yeah,
vampires used to eat people. So that's what I'm gonna get to.
Yeah, let's get to those vampires. Yep. All right. Yeah, let's get into the vampire thing because I don't think Brandon's gonna be joining.
It's 11:07. It don't matter.
Yeah.
At this point.
Excuse me. All right, let's get into this. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer, and with Brian the Grizzly over there, and we are going to break down, discuss the show we've been waiting so long for. The first episode of season 2, Interview with the Vampire. Oh my god. Right off the bat. So before we get into what we think about the show and stuff, the big question is Claudia with the new actress. I know we said her Hayes. Shit, I forgot her name. It was Delaney. I know it's Delaney.
Delaney's her first name. So
Yeah. Delaney Hasley, I think something like that.
yeah, Hasley.
Yeah. Um, I know we have feelings about her coming into the show from the trailer. Bailey Bass, was a great
Hales. That's like he was the Hales.
Hales.
Yeah.
Yeah, Delaney Hales. There you go. How did you like her coming in as Claudia right off the bat?
First thing I'm gonna say is I love the way they did it. And they said, hey, the part of Claudia is now being played by Delaney Hales. I thought that was amazing how they did it. I thought it was spot on. Because they didn't do all this pomp and circumstance or any of that. Like, no, it's about the show. It's about the content. And then Delaney, so the character Claudia changed from what we got from season 1. I mean, she adapted and she kept on growing into the person she was becoming throughout season 1. But season 2 started off with her just being 100% badass, unbelievably just more aggressive, becoming her own person, knowing what she wants. I'm going to find other vampires. We're going to do whatever. She's telling him what's going on. Louis, shut the hell up. I ain't even talking to you. It's like, we can talk about
like dead weight
in
her
diary.
Like, Louis Fronta, whatever his long is dead weight. I was like,
the font. Yeah, I was like, Duloc, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and I didn't mind. I actually thought it enhanced the character because we understand this is a new character, and we could take what Bailey Bass did along with now what Delaney is doing and how it's an evolution. So seeing it from her eyes was awesome, and I loved everything that she was doing. And can I say that she carried this entire episode?
Well, 100%.
100%. I mean,
and
the baddest one on the damn screen.
Yeah, and I think they did it on purpose. So I know Brandon is asking why they switch characters. It's the same character. They switch actors because the original actor, I believe it's Avatar is the reason why we didn't get her. I think she's like in the Avatar stuff, but I think it just came down to schedule problems. They just couldn't bring her on to season 2, which I mean it does suck because she was the original actress. So we get Delaney Hales, and she was great. And like you said, Claudia was the main focus of this, which I think is perfect just because of the actor thing that they had. It was like, oh no, we found a perfect replacement and we're gonna show her off first. And I think it works for the story because we know Armand's gonna come in soon, and so you're gonna set this up of it's just me and you versus the world, and then somebody else comes in and is like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here and mess around with
and that's what he always does. That's what Louis always does.
Yeah, puts her second, and they and making their relationship in this episode I think was really important.
But then even with the whole always, he doesn't remember these things. He doesn't remember any of this stuff. His memory problems is huge. So even with you're right. Even with his memory problems, seeing that the actress changed because of him, actually once again enhances it. So I feel like they've done it so much better than anyone else has done, and they've had time to do it, but they didn't put all this into it. They just said, this is what's happening. Here we go. Let's go with the story. Because the story is really the star of the show. Not necessarily, these are unbelievable actors and actresses, but this story and Rice, her world is the star.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. So, yeah, I just figure we'll get that out because I know we had some feelings about how she was going to come in. And I was like, what's going on? And instantly sold me on it. Said sold you on it, and she carried the episode. I was so engaged in what she was doing. You know what I mean? Because it's like she said, so laser focused. Like finding. I need to find the vampire. I need to find a vampire. I need to find one that's just good. Because it went from being like Louis calling her. I was like, oh, we're trying to find God. Like, are we trying to find God here? It's like almost mocking her. And her getting pissed and him not understanding where she's coming from, and it was just
No, but he said something.
so interesting with them too.
He said something. He said she's looking for someone that she can relate to, who no longer includes me. I
Yeah.
am no longer that thing that she can relate to because of me refusing to burn Lestat. And I thought that was unbelievable to explain why she's looking so hard for it. That she is kind of done with what with who Louis is right now. You
Mhm.
know, and she needs more, and that's what she's looking for, more.
Yeah.
And she's carrying every time someone's talking, she's carrying everything. The story with who they are, making up things. She's destroying these people afterwards too. Oh my god! You see the whole scene where she's just decapitated half of them, and they all the soldiers. I think she was in Romania, and she just destroyed the entire troop, all the troops. It was
Yeah.
amazing to see.
Yeah. When it's like, oh, she stopped asking for speech advice or language advice, and yeah. Yeah, she was
What do you say?
scary almost, in certain parts of
She said they went for farmers and said and asked them to teach them, and she figured out the few phrases and learned how to do it, and then she killed them all.
Yeah. 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 But it's just like even like all that was like really interesting because she's tired of Louis, because she knows Louis still loves Lestat and still is attached to Lestat. But then like she kind of becomes a monster like Lestat was kind of becoming, and you see her kind of go down this road where she's not listening to him and doing her own thing and calls him dead weight, which that hurt. Oh man, that hurt. So that was this man. She was really, really good in all the parts so far.
But it even works hand in hand with the title of the episode. What can the damned really say to the damned?
Yeah. Yeah.
What can Lestat really say to Louis, right? What can Louis really say to Claudia? Like there's on so many levels that it works.
Yeah, because it's not just the damned as in like, because you're a vampire, so you're damned that way. But it's also like they're in your situations like they're damned. You know what I mean? Like she's always gonna be looking for a better vampire, so she's damned in this journey. And then like Louis damned to always be in love with Lestat, So it's like both of these people are stuck to these things. So it was just like even with the other lady, with the old vampire, like
Yeah.
again, that what can the damned say to the damned? Then it was like it played multiple layers in different parts of the show. It was stuff like that. But yeah.
Also, what about how did you feel about the whole scene? Like the way the backdrop of everything was really just like World War II.
World War II. Yeah.
So they're traveling Europe, World War II, and they're hiding in graves and all that stuff. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And they're going even after World War II, and then they're Russia and Hungary. It's dude.
Even the way they did it with like the blood was bad because the blood was bad because of what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Like the depression, the sadness, the constant killing, the smell that was probably in the air of warfare and all that stuff. So it's like, and they felt it because their source of food,
it's like eating spoiled food, walking around eating spoiled food.
Yeah, and I thought it was so interesting. Is like they can't get warm, or they're kind of like felt nauseous all the time, or whatever he said and stuff like that. I was like, that was super interesting. I'm like,
Louis being a baby back bitch.
Yeah, but it was definitely like really interesting with the bad blood, and seeing what bad blood does when all you consume is bad blood. And when they went to the old vampire lady, with her like kids, quote unquote, like, because I'm not sure if were they actually her kids or were they
I don't think
her
vampires can actually have kids.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it was her
creation,
creation,
exactly.
right? Like her, so, but yeah, Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird because at first I thought they were going to go down a weird route of Nazi experiments on vampires
Mm.
or something like that. That's what I thought they were going to go down. I'm like, I don't like that. Because I thought that would have been too corny, a little too goofy, and I'm glad they didn't. And they kind of kept it more
Yeah,
grounded to what is going on in the show. You know what I mean?
it made sense because like that's why you have this place where everyone's got garlic necklaces and
Yeah.
all that stuff, and it's like having a fox dressed as a hen in the hen house. It
Mhm.
was epic. So I love that idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And also it's like how like even Claudia's like they think that affects us. It's like, and she just
like, she's like,
grabs the
they
cross.
think we don't love Jesus or God. Like, what are you talking about? She's holding it, just
Yeah.
swinging it around.
Puts it right in Louis' face. He was like, look. So I was like it was kind of like cool to see, but um
What do you think
we,
about the whole like this conflict between Daniel and Armand? You feel the
mm,
tension between them within the story because it's like Armand needs Daniel to keep Louis occupied, right? But doesn't want him to do too much to make Louis start to realize the trance that he's actually under.
yeah.
And,
Yep.
that's why he's like, well, you don't want to be part of the story, but you want to be right here right next to in the story. But that's why you have to be stricken off the record all the time because he has to be part of it because he wants to know exactly where this is going because he has
Yeah.
to stay in control.
Yeah. The whole scene when he's in it where he's kept disregarding stuff, and then he's like, oh, he goes, well, we're at the table. He goes, yeah, the dining room table. He goes,
He
yeah,
said,
and you
my
don't have
dining
food.
room table.
Well, no, he's like, "And you don't have food," So it's like, yeah, we're eating. He was having his blood, and I think Daniel was having like cereal or something.
Yeah.
And then Armand was just there to be there. And even the way it ended before it went to commercial, where he said something, and instead of Daniel saying disregard, like Armand said disregard, because he already know. He goes, like, "I'm fucking with you," to a point where like I already know. So I thought that was like really well done. But yeah, the Armand thing is really interesting because I think he sees that Daniel's digging deeper and
Mhm.
making Louis remember things, and he's kind of scaring him. So now he's trying to get Louis on his side. He goes, "Oh, it's me and you versus him." He goes,
Yeah.
"He's messing with us too much, but let's do it together." And I was like, "Oh,
He didn't, he's unremarkable. He wasn't good enough in the past. That's
yeah,
why he wasn't, there for, he's not good enough now. So like he's not going to give us what we really want. And Louis
mhm,
still like, well, I still want to do this, and
yeah."
it's I love the dynamic. I love all parts of this freaking show.
Xavier said Daniel was cracking me up at his banter. He's really good at the banter. Whoever the actor is, I can't think of his name right now. He's really good, man. He's really good at
Is it
it.
Eric Bogosian? That's what it said.
Is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's really, really good at it. Because the whole time, like he's asking questions that are relevant, but it's almost to a point where you shouldn't ask, you know.
Like, he is really, you could tell
So
he's a
he's
great
digging.
writer because
Yeah,
he's
you know,
always tiptoeing on that line, like, "Oh, I
yeah.
might get eaten, but I might not. Let me just go ahead."
Because I think he understands Claudia is a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
I think he understands that. So, and
I
he
think
sees
Daniel
what's going
has
on with
an
Louis.
he has an
Yeah.
idea that Armand is trying to control him.
Oh,
He is
100%.
and he's trying to put the kinks in his armor, as much as he can
Yeah.
to eventually he just wants to push the envelope because he ain't got nothing to scare be afraid of. He gonna die anyway. So it
Yeah,
don't matter if I'm gonna
that's
be eaten
good.
by a vampire or messed up by cancer, whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
just, whatever. I'm going to go out my way. No one's
Yeah.
gonna tell me what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I love when he's talking to the help guy, but the
Wasn't
human
it Rashid? Is that what it was?
Rashid, a
Because he was
real
like,
Rashid.
yeah,
He
he's
goes,
like,
real Rashid.
where were you all the time? He was pretending to be you.
Yeah. So, even the time he was talking about him was like, because he's the dude's just standing there like, like,
I'm here
what
to
am I supposed to
serve.
say? Exactly. Like, don't kill me, please. You know, but yeah, Daniel was really good in this episode, but he's really good in a lot of it. And I like that they're making it seems like they're gonna make him more of a important character to everything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because I mean, instead of being gone, I mean, he's a vital to opening the eyes
yeah,
and to getting the truth because we know what it is. It's like that. This whole story for Louis is through his eyes. It's not the truth. It's whatever he remembers, which is like the worst memory of in the world. It's like going through the memory of an Alzheimer's victim to try to tell exactly what the past actually happened. Try to
yeah,
write a book on that, and it's impossible to do. But
yeah.
Daniel's such a good writer and such a good interviewer that he's
Interviewer, yeah.
uncovering the truth, and it's amazing. And to a point where he's doing so well that Louis telling him thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. He's like, "Oh my god, thank you." And the first one was a little like I couldn't tell if he was being sincere or like condescending, you know. But then after he's crying and breaking down when he remembers that Claudia can like can dream or
Mhm.
have a nightmare, you know,
Yep.
and how happy it made him because he forgot it or however he couldn't remember. So and then that's what Daniel was like, man, maybe we should take the break, man. Like like you're going down a road that Daniel knows is like it's very sensitive and because then it's because at any point it's like your interview person that you're the interviewee can like snap and break and now you're not doing an interview, it's something else. So yeah, he's really good at it and understanding. But yeah,
That
yeah.
scene was heartbreaking. I mean, not even
Oh,
heartbreaking. It was just
it was,
so
no,
touching. It was
it was
so
rough.
hard to watch. It just
Yeah,
these are
yeah,
unbelievable actors. I mean, just really, really good. That they obviously know the source material and they're bringing like new stuff to it. Like it's being done so well. Even like you think that there's no Lestat, so you're not gonna get Sam Reed, and you're getting a lot of Sam Reed still
yeah,
because he's still there inside of inside of Louis' mind, right?
yeah,
So that's interesting dynamic.
yeah.
And my
Let's see.
question is that why? Oh yeah,
That
big
no,
crazy.
that he deserves the Emmy for that memory scene with that. I do. Like, oh
Mhm.
my god, like, that was like because he's like almost taunted. It's like his head is taunting him, with the whole "I do" thing. Because the "I do" thing is what you say in marriage. When you love each other,
Mhm.
and this and that. So it played on that, and when you're being betrayed, the person you love, and stuff like that. It was
And then Lestat said, "Oh, the question you're asking, wondering? Oh, yes, I will come kill you. But
yeah,
first, I'm going to wait until you're happiest."
yeah, yeah,
That's some
yeah,
ball stuff to say. Like,
yeah.
oh, hey, I miss you. I love you. Or I will kill you
I'm gonna kill you.
as
Yeah, I was
soon
like.
as you're happy.
Yeah, but then he was also, like, happy. He goes, "Oh, at least I went out in a like a kind of like a ball of fire." I forgot how he referenced it, but he's like, "At least I went out, in a good way," like, it was fancy, and dramatic, which seems very Lestat. Like, if you're gonna kill me, make it memorable kind of thing, so he did that. So, before we get away from that, because I had a wanna ask you because I have a theory with it. Is it in his head, or is Lestat still alive and he's able to still directly communicate with him?
That's exactly what I think it is. I think that Louis thinks is in his mind, but that
Uh-huh.
it is in his mind. So yeah,
Well,
so it is in mind, but it's actually happening.
yeah,
The stat
it's
is
not all him.
actually
Yeah,
exactly, and that Louis, if he remembered it, he would understand that Lestat is still around, and Armand is blocking a lot of that memory because of it.
yeah,
That's why the main reason why he forced him to remember what he wants him to remember.
yeah, yeah. I thought, oh man, like already, I can't wait to see how the season ends. And it just started, and it's not because I want to rush through it. It's just because like I can't wait for the story to develop and everything that we get because I'm so curious to what happens by the end of the season, with Claudia, with Lestat, with Armand, like are we gonna be getting into another book? Are we gonna be getting into like Queen of the Dam, Vampire Lestat, Vampire Armand book? Like
We gotta get
where
the
are we
Vampire
going?
Lestat. You can't go 3 seasons and not give us Vampire Lestat. So I just
Yeah,
feel like you need the other side, the truth of everything.
yeah, yeah. But they're mixing some things together. I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest Anne Rice. I didn't read all her stuff. I do know enough because my mom's a big fan. Um, So when it comes down to details, I'm not fully aware of everything that happens, but yeah. But so far, they're killing it. You know, but I am glad to see more of Sam Reed because I was worried like, how are we not going to get Lestat in this season?
He's like,
And
"Don't worry, yeah, I will be there."
doing the head thing, whether it be real or just in his head, is such a great way to bring in and keep the relationship so you don't forget that these two guys, Jacob Anderson and Sam Reed, are so good on screen together.
And
Like,
also
so
the when he keeps on saying Louis keeps on saying Armand is his soulmate, yet the person you dream about, this person that you're always in your mind is Lestat.
yeah.
So that dynamic always stays there, and I think that that's what you're going to see. Lestat's going to remember and tell him, "Oh, I remember when you did this. Oh, I was there when you did this because I was always there with you.
Mhm.
I was always there. I never left you." And he turned
Yeah.
him, so he's his direct connection, just like the connection you have with Claudia and Louis. It's the same direct connection.
Mhm.
So they can speak to each other without it, and
Yeah.
I think that's important. I think that's what's really going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, we see what you guys are in chat are saying. I think Lestat is projecting and always knows where Louis is. I think so too. I think so too. Lestat can't do that because your maker loses the ability to communicate telepathically with you. Was that what Lestat can't do that because your maker loses the ability to communicate telepathically with? Is that how it is? Because you
I
can like
thought
shut them off or something. I forgot how that works. So I can see them changing that for the show, but either way, it's very cool to include Lestat. I mean, Armand has a painting of Judas's kiss in the bedroom. Really? Oh my god, man! I gotta rewatch the show. I gotta rewatch the episode.
really in the
That is
bedroom he had
interesting.
it?
That
Huh.
but I mean, yeah, I don't think any of us will be are surprised that that's what they're kind of leading towards, like a big betrayal, you know.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, the whole I forgot like somebody can't speak to somebody, the creator or the maker or stuff like that, and that. Um, I know they talked about it in last year in season one, but
I always thought it was the creator and maker, and creator always could speak to that person.
yeah, but the other person, the person that was made
Can
can't
always
speak
shut it off. Yeah, I thought that because
because the maker can control the conversation. You can either turn it off or leave it open. That's what I thought. Could be wrong because it would make sense, like the person in charge can turn it off and on. The person that was made, you know, can't
that's
turn
just
it
it's
on.
set up. Yeah.
It's either on or the guy turned it off. I don't know. Exact. Could be wrong. But but I don't know. I can see it, especially them being in Lestat's country, well not country, but in Europe. And then it looks like they're gonna get into the whole play area, which is a lot of Lestat there.
Mhm.
So
You'll
maybe
see
like
him everywhere.
he's literally gonna be everywhere. So yeah. Yeah, he's such an interesting character with it. Even the bird flying out of his neck hole.
Dude, that was
Like,
I was like, "Oh my god."
like I was like, oh man, that was crazy. But yeah, like I'm excited to see where it goes and what happens and the rest of the season. It's gonna be such a epic, another epic like season for this show, I think. Like
It already is better than Mayfair Witches.
oh
Immediately.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this is just like a catching up episode. You know what I mean? Like, okay, now we're here. Claudia's doing this. We have to go down Louis. Introducing the new actress as Claudia. I think the next episode is going to be like starting getting into the drama. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because this was the in between episode. Getting from America to the people that they're going to be with for the rest of the season. This was kind of like getting from A to B. Now we're going to be at the
It
new
was their
location.
journey. It was their
Yeah,
journey, and then
yeah,
now we can look into the actual story.
yeah, yeah. So most things are better than Mayfair Witches. So there's that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, man, I don't know.
But
Anything else that you can think of?
What do you think about what they said? Memory is the monster. What do you think that really meant?
Trying to remember when he said that.
What
I
did
don't
he say?
remember.
He said, I feel like that's what they're back they're in Paris.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. You know,
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that's what it was when they were back in Paris, and he was talking about trying to remember all this stuff, and we're going through all the actual memories of what it is, and that's what's really killing him, and that's what the whole idea of what this what's the real monster of the show is, or the really monster of in his mind. It's the memory, and that Armand is actually keeping him from the monster by letting his memory being lost.
The memory is the monster
He did.
was
He said that
in
last
the
season.
last
He did
season.
say that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna play the whole like memory is gonna play a big role in this season, I think, and it's gonna be the memory of Claudia, like what happened with her and everything that would happen, and Armand um tampering with that memory, and how much of an invasion that is for Louis. It's gonna be interesting for sure. You know, because he's gonna start remembering more and more and more. He already wants to see the pages that were ripped out, kind of stuff. So
I mean,
yeah,
and how much Louis is really like just being tortured by himself, like
yeah,
tortured by his memory.
yeah.
You know,
You're supposed to stay connected with me. Yeah, it's a good line.
but like he's being tortured by that memory. So like that's the monster to him, and so you can see it two different ways. So Armand could be blocking the memory for him
Hmm.
to keep him sane, or blocking the memory to keep him with himself.
Hmm.
And it can be seen both ways, but it probably is a little bit of both. Because
Yeah,
Louis probably
I
would have
see
went
that.
crazy with all the memories if he really remembered what happened. But it also could be driving driving force of keeping him with Armand. Because without that, Armand wouldn't be able to control him the same way.
Hmm.
And then how heartbroken and really in love Louis was with Lestat.
Yeah.
So like, and how that's always in subconscious and always there. Like it's always there in the back of his mind. So, but if you don't remember all of it, then it can't be always there.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's it's gonna do so. We'll hear like Xavier said, once Louis gets his full memory back, Armand is toast. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really, really interesting because I'm curious to see how Louis is gonna react. Obviously, he'd be mad, but what's gonna
It
be the
doesn't matter
extent
though.
of it?
Is he strong enough to even fight Armand?
Yeah, yeah. There's all that too.
The only way it works well is if Louis regains his memory at the same time as Lestat is walking in the door.
I mean, and I
or
100% seeing that happen.
or
So
the process of Lestat walking in the door is what brings back
triggers
Louis'
the memory.
memory, and then those two against Armand would be actually could be a fight. But
Yeah.
there's no way Louis and his bitch assness is not going to be able to do anything with Armand, the vampire Armand.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun season. It's gonna be a super fun season. I cannot wait to see where it goes. Yeah. Yeah, because season 1 was an amazing season. I did not expect to fall in love with the show as much as I did. Um, and season 2, it it's
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 a
so good.
slow, it's a slow burn. It's almost like they're slowly are dying and losing themselves throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, yeah,
It's slowly just, and it had to be slow too, like because you could feel that they're getting lower and lower and lower until they just, you know,
Mhm.
in the worst place of all time. So I feel like that's kind of what we got a lot in this first episode.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all build up. Build up's not bad, Uh, well, we know Louis has the fire gift. Oh yeah, since he burned the
Mhm.
original tapes last season. Yeah, yeah. I gotta go back. I should have watched season 1 again, but yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be like Armand is also keeping him from remembering how powerful he is, or something like that. You know what I mean? So
What do you think about when they first got to that little town and you saw the soldiers opening the caskets, throwing up as they open the caskets, and then shooting them
yeah,
in the heart?
yeah. I kind of knew what was going on. I was surprised they were kind of surprised. 'Cause I'm like, oh, they think Nick, they're going to come back to life. Like, you
But the
know,
fact that Louis was still like, oh no, they don't think it's vampires. I was like, what
yeah.
the hell do
Come
you
on,
think it
dude.
is, bro?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
I mean, at that point you're like, huh, that's interesting. But then like, Claudia sees it right away. Look, there's garlic, there's crosses everywhere. Come on. And he goes, no, no, no. I'm like, bro, what? Like even if they're super, super superstitious about that kind of stuff, it's like there has to be a reason why they are. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So, even if that reason doesn't exist anymore, the old lady in the town was like, yes, this is an old town with old beliefs. So there had to be a reason at some point. So just to completely dismiss Claudia was kind of silly. I'm like, come on, dude, really?
But I mean, he's lucky she's talking to him.
Yeah, yeah, really. Physically or mentally at that point. It's like, yeah, yeah. So
I agree with her that he was dead weight. Like she was literally providing food for him. She was carrying him, walking through, coming up with the story, doing all things while he just sat there and looked stew like a lump on a log. Like he's
yeah.
a broken man.
Yeah. Well, he even said it in the show, or in this episode where he said he had killed 7,000 people, but
Yep.
this is the
So
first time it felt like
committed
murder.
murder.
And
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of interesting. But it's because he had loved them. He had loved Lestat so much,
Yep.
that it was like it wasn't just doing it to survive. You know what I mean? It wasn't doing it to eat. It was like doing it for a reason, like meditated, premeditated, right? Well, I guess they're all premeditated, but yeah, yeah. It's
I mean, but
interesting.
it's such a
Is that Kyle?
it's a far cry from what we saw at the end of season 1, with them driving off in this beautiful car and
Mm,
they're taking a trip. Yeah, have this boat, doing all that stuff, and then flashing right to current time with them, and they're like scrounging for food and you know acting like almost like rats in the ship, on the bottom of
yeah,
the ship, which is just
yeah.
such a far cry, but it shows how his subconscious is really destroying him.
Mhm,
Louis is really being destroyed by
yeah,
these dreams that he has.
yeah, yeah. I mean, because he murdered the person he loved, and he felt sorry for it. So it's not only like feeling heartbroken, but you feel guilty, you feel sad, and he's going through all these emotions. And Claudia is like, "Hey, get your shit together, man." Like, you know, so yeah, it was pretty awesome with stuff like that. But yeah, next week I cannot wait till next Sunday. So it's gonna
Oh,
be a
can't
fun,
wait.
fun ride.
Just give me
Yeah.
the Sunday again. I want to see more. I hate that.
I might rewatch this episode again because I want to see that Judas Kiss like painting or whatever that was in the
So
bedroom.
I thought it was really cool. So when I first turned it on, AMC Plus, whatever, through my Roku, and then I thought it said 3 episodes. I was like, 3 episodes, and then I realized no, it's no.
It was all
Oh,
like trailers and
trailers, man.
this
I
and
was
that.
so
Yeah.
excited for a little bit. Then I was like, oh no, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's how it was on mine too. How about finish with Xavier said overall a great start to a new season.
Agree.
Agreed. We cannot wait to see how the season goes. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Come and check us out every Monday. We're talking about Interview the Vampire every Monday for the next what, 8 weeks, 7 weeks, however long this
As
show.
long as it's going, we're talking about Interview with a
Yeah.
Vampire.
Yeah, and for sure on Mondays it's gonna be one of those things because it's just a show that we cannot not miss. So it's definitely gonna be a fun ride. So come check us out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, let us know what you think about this first episode of season 2. Where you digging it? Let us know what you think about the new Claudia. How you liking her? But let us know. Leave a comment. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. I think I said that already. But I appreciate all you guys in the live chat too. So stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night. Cool. Yeah. Actually, instead of doing actually, so I looked up the homework assignment,
Mm-hmm.
and he just said it's X-Men the anime series, The Final Decision. I don't know. I would have to look.
I thought it was the 80s X-Men. I think that's 80s X-Men.
I think that might have been last week because this is May 10th. He said that.
I thought even at the X-Men, the animated was from the 80s X-Men.
Oh wow. Even Rob Liefeld was said the absolute best the X-Men has been in over a decade. The X-Men people love X, and they can see. And Bo DeMille is like wow, honored to be getting praised by the guy that you grew up loving. That's awesome. The dude's fucking jacked, man. Holy shit.
All right, Xavier.
Cool, man. Appreciate it, Xavier, coming in talking. I think he was staying up waiting for us to talk about Interview with the Vampire.
I would have talked to that at 10 o'clock. I was ready.
Morph Smash.
Yeah. I know. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Here's my question. If Morph,
I need to read some of this
can
stuff.
if Morph can do all this stuff, like he has all the power of everybody when he turns into that person, why can't he just turn into Magneto and turn the stuff back on?
That somebody said that, and somebody said like because he does have the power, but somebody was saying, I wonder if it's just like a piece of it, like it's not the full on power level. So like if he turns into Hulk, he's strong, but he's not Hulk strong. I'm like, that would make sense,
Yeah, but he was Hulk strong, really.
I mean, he's breaking an aluminum foil. Freaking, because the Sentinels is like if you really like go up and throw a rock at it, it like blows up. Like the Sentinels those things blow up so much. But so I mean, it's kind of be interesting. Like what's the level?
Morph can only copy physical powers.
That makes sense.
I like that, Horgy. That makes sense. I like that.
I like that. I like that more. Yeah. It was prepping morning coffee. No, that's all this because he goes, Xavier to Roberto. Excuse me, who are you? My favorite one. Because Bo DeMille is just ripping on like bad stuff. And he goes, Bastion's mom, Martha. Shaking my head. When Storm returns, so does wisdom and grace.
Exactly.
That was a good one.
She's so awesome.
Is he live tweeting shit as the show was he watching? I don't like that we
Probably
are
is.
I don't know, man, because there's a lot like back to back to back to back. Yeah. He goes, if you skip the intro, all X-Men die.
They should just remove that button.
I know, just get rid of it. Why is it there? I'm trying to see what his homework for last week was, because I think that's when he had the other ones. Yeah, but he's like super jacked. Uh, oh, and then his cat is named Chadwick, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, if his thing is like he was doing whatever on OnlyFans, it was like tell him like, all right, we'll hire you back. You got to get rid of your OnlyFans, because at this point he's got to be able to make more money being
Yeah.
this because he has more opportunity. I feel like, you know what I mean.
So X-Men the animated series. Speaking now.
It's a personal trainer quote. What are your goals? Me, and it's like a picture of Magneto, like put on the X in his Cheeto. I gotta follow his Twitter more often, which is hilarious. I'm trying to see what it's like because I think yeah. Let's see. He said so. This was like a couple weeks ago. This week's homework assignment: X-Men '97 was Fatal Attractions. Makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Yeah, but the one he said for this week, this upcoming week, it was another X-Men episode. And I don't remember that one right off the bat. Ugh. See what we got in chat. Missing out on chat.
The Final Decision. The animated series, The Final Decision. I gotta look that up.
Said Mandy Sachs makes more off OnlyFans in a month than she does in a year from WWE. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of that stuff too. So unless your pop just sounds wrong.
He said, wait, because Brian got his stuff set up. Yeah, thanks. Yep. So I almost got it all set up. So
well,
I built another shelf. And put it all out there. And even behind me, see if I can show. I got all. So I have all the X-Men down here. And I got my.
That's awesome.
I know. They're still mad at me.
Super jealous, man. Because I'm literally talking to Erica like the week of like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, talk me out of buying this helmet. I'm like, I don't need to buy this. That's $60. I'm like, I don't need to buy it. And she's like, just buy it. Don't buy it. I'm like, you're not convincing me. I had it in my shopping cart ready to go, man. I could have picked it up at Target on my way home. So
my bad.
I mean, I still want to get it, but I know I know you can wear it.
That's why I want to try to see if it works. Hold on.
Your hair might be too much though. You might not be able to. Let's see.
See if you can hear my thoughts.
Or not hear.
They say that.
Oh, there you go. I think it looks like they'll poke your freaking eyeballs out, man. That's pretty awesome, though. That's pretty sick. Yeah. I think you have them all. I'm missing Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Rogue. I'm missing those three still.
Oh man. So it is Jean Grey that you need. Okay, so I've seen Jean Grey like 5 times. I'm gonna pick her up tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because she's on Amazon, but every time like she's sometimes there, sometimes not.
Rogan at
okay.
Was it $23.99 at what's it called? Fire.
But Rogue and Wolverine are like super expensive.
Oh yeah.
Feels good, Brian. We need a full room tour.
Dude, all right. So once I get the other shelf up, hopefully I can get. So I have 4 containers still full of stuff, which is good because I'm down from that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things are up here. I have 4 containers still left of stuff. So if I build this one, most of it will at least go up.
That's not bad.
So that's why I'm trying to get this. I'm probably gonna build the shelf bookcase tonight. Put that over there. Get that started, and then maybe I'll push the desk back so you can start seeing the full effect of all the crap I got.
That'd be cool.
It's just I got so much crap.
Yeah.
But like when I say it's a lot, it's
That's so much.
goes way over there. Stuff down there. It's
So
like,
how many shelves do you have right now? You said 6?
yep, this is so it'll be a 7th one.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I bought the same shelves because I saw Brian had it, but mine's not going to be a lot of Funkos. I don't have that. I have 50 at most, and a lot of them are not even mine. So
I got 50 on that shelf.
yeah, that's
I didn't even get my Star Trek ones in my
my
next generation. That's why I really
Yeah.
need to get out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on mine, but I only can fit 4. Like that's all I can fit. I can't do anything else after that. Well, then I'm on this side of I have a wall right here. I'm gonna put my shelf of liquor. Just because it needs to be away from the baby. So
And I built like a thing for all my movies, so I might put that out there too.
nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's when I say I got a lot of stuff. Yeah. So no, that's one part of my basement. Like I have a whole lot of stuff over there.
Another section.
But this is gonna be the little room that I'm kind of creating. The electrician is putting electrical outlets out everywhere right now. So yeah,
Nice.
hopefully he'll be done with that next week.
Yeah. The basement for me, I think the basement is nice because it tends to be a little
quiet.
cooler and quiet
Oh,
and cool. But it's pretty like when it's those hot summer days, you come down to the basement, it's at least like 15 degrees cooler.
Yep.
So it was nice. I'm in the basement too.
my problem is now I have too many comics.
You might have to get a shelf just for or a special kind of shelf just for the comics.
So I have one right here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 mid boxes, right?
Small.
And then I got 3 over here, and then I have 3 inside the desk.
Well, then you got your stack. I saw your stack of graded comics.
Yeah, exactly. I have all these.
Yeah.
Those graded comics right there.
Graded.
And then I have all this artwork over here that I haven't been able to put up yet, but I have the walls to do it. So,
Well, yeah, they got to put the electricity in the walls. Then,
yep. Well, I have some walls already over here, so I can put them up in there.
Yeah. Mom Bird's like, wow. Basement is nice, but careful about them shelves. Keep them high off the floor just in case. Yeah.
So that's why my comic books have to be on the shelf. I make sure anything, all the good ones are at least 5 feet off the ground.
5 feet.
If I get 5 feet of water in here, there, whatever. It was a great flood, and the Lord said, "Let it rain for 42 days." That's what that is.
Like, not these comics. That's funny. Nice. Send me the comics. You won't miss them. Like, yes, you would.
Yes, I will. I'll know. I know every comic I got.
You didn't even put the comics in storage, right? Like those
They stayed with me the entire time.
Yeah, I lost a bunch of books because of the flood. Yeah, definitely that sucks.
So I have a sump pump, ejector pump, and a backup sump pump.
Nice.
Just in case. That's battery operated. So if the power goes out, it still works.
Got that going. Yeah. I need to get the backup one. I need to install that. I'll take the Superman ones. we can compromise.
I have actually some real cool action comics.
Oh, did you tell us what you think about the suit? Because I'm kind of curious to know what you think about it. 'Cause I know how much of a Superman fan you are. Obviously, your name. What do you think about the suit? Because I think even Brandon Davis was kind of curious too. Like, wow.
I think we talked about it. We was like,
yeah,
hey,
we talked about it.
I wonder what Kal-El says.
What do you tell us? Yeah. Hey, well, he types that up real quick because I was getting kind of late. So the synopsis for that episode, that's homework, right? The final decision. It aired March 27th, 1993. Oof, man. But the synopsis is Senator Kelly has been abducted by Magneto and is given the facts about Magneto's goals of superior. Oh my god,
Superiority.
superiority of mutants over humans. The X-Men's beliefs of peaceful coexistence between both races and the Sentinels' plans of global domination. And must make a decision of his future plans in politics based on this information. So basically, it's a Senator Kelly episode, which makes sense because the last episode was, Senator Kelly had to make a decision. You know, so that's kind of interesting. So he was abducted by Magneto. Magneto told him all the stuff. Oh, sorry, that was my cat sitting on the keyboard. Yeah. So okay. So I feel like it's gonna be a Senator Kelly thing. So like the president of the United States, because he's not Senator Kelly anymore. He's President Kelly now.
But it's all based on the fact that the timeline, the
Yeah.
hour is about to be, gone. And what does Kelly have to do? Do you force his hand? If his hand's forced, what do you really have to do? Because just because you kill Magneto doesn't mean the Earth is no longer going to be habitable. So
Yeah.
one thing you can't do is trust X-Men. And Charles, people say my X-Men, but once you went off to space for that bird girl, you lost your X-Men. They're no longer your X-Men. They're just X-Men.
Yeah. Well, they're not yours. It's you. First, you gave them Magneto, which was a stupid idea.
First it was Cyclops because he's like my X-Men. The first episode, as he's coming out of the Quinjet, and then goes to Magneto's X-Men. And now he's trying to call him back, and everyone's like, "Nah, we X-Men on our own."
Yeah,
Coming Storm's X-Men.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna get. But it's interesting because it's kind of like if that's how that episode went, it's the same thing. It's Magneto, with the mutants over humans, and Xavier both together, and the Sentinels are like the opposite. So you have both ends. They kill all humans, kill all mutants, and then Xavier in the middle of everyone live in peace, And then Kelly had to choose a side. Like, what side are you going with? So it's gonna be interesting because I don't know. I don't know if he makes the same decision because I think in the original one he went with Xavier. He sided with Xavier.
I don't think he's gonna have a choice.
I don't know. Yeah, it's so much different now. Yeah,
there's no power. So what do you need to send a nuke after him? I mean, what? They're just gonna move out the way. You destroy the Earth before they can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I see. I'm sure Kyle's suit fits better than Corswood's.
Even with the fake muscle.
As much a fan of Superman, I'm very hard on super stuff. Okay. So I love Kingdom Come symbol. I'm sure it will turn black over time. Red Trunks is cool to have back. # pause. Only complaint. The symbol is a little too big, but better than too small like Superman Returns. Yeah, Superman Returns was tiny. Love the shade of yellow. The tone is perfect shade of red, not too campy yet not too super dark, to loose the upbeat feel. Okay. We get some likes
You
and
like all the
dislikes.
memes? Yeah, all the memes where he's talking about he's saying they're sipping tea.
Yeah.
Some
of them are funny. There's some of them funny.
One of them was Godzilla. It was screaming to him.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. But that's the thing too. It's like it's a picture. It's like, oh, he should be going super speed. I was like, how do you know he's not? It's like it's a still. But it's a lot of people like. Well, a lot of people are like, oh, he's just there nonchalant. I'm like, I don't think so. His face looks a little.
No, he looks like he's
concerning.
so You know,
It's not like he's chilling, like, "Ha, la di da. I guess it's just another Monday." Like, he looks like he's like,
like, he's
"Ugh."
been beat up and he's like,
Yeah.
"This is my last time. I mean, I'm literally gonna give these people everything."
The Godzilla's my fault. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that at some point. That'd be kinda cool and kinda fun. Do like a Elseworld spin-off kinda thing. I think that'd be cool. But that would be pretty
I
down
agree
the
with what
line.
Kal-El just said. Yeah, he's
He's
over
over being
being.
Superman, the way
Yeah,
he's putting the boots on. He's like, I get there when I get there, like Green Lantern handle it. See, I don't know. Well, I don't know if I got that fully. Like he's over being Superman. Yeah. I got more of like he's like I don't well, I guess it's like I have to go out there. Even if I'm beat up and I'm not full or whatever reason you know, or if I go out there, the dude shooting, liquid kryptonite. He's like, I still gotta go out there kind of thing.
yeah. No,
That's
I,
why.
I, I always thought it was, yeah, like he is tired of dealing with this, or that's just not what he's no longer motivated, and that's why you see the world burning behind around him, and he's just not motivated to do the fixing anymore. He's tired of being the one to fix it.
But James Gunn said that's not the movie's gonna be. That's gonna be about him being consistent. I forgot exactly what, but basically he's gonna be like the consistently hopeful person. It's
That
like in a
that picture
world
did
of
not
of
look
darkness,
hopeful.
he's gonna be the one that never gives up. He's gonna be the guy. You
That
know,
did not look very hopeful at all.
you know. But if he's like, if I go out there, I'm gonna die. And he's like, so be it. I have to do it. That's hopeful. But if he's like, I don't want to do this, I'm over it. And I don't know if he's gonna be over it in like a few years in. It might be his
3
first real
years.
ass kicking, that maybe, you know. The pic I put on Facebook was funny. Was that the one with the he's like, no, it's taking a shot, right? I think that's the one you saw or you
Yep.
put. Yeah. Bro had that I'm sick of the job face. He's got some wages. Not paying me enough.
I just fixed the world last week.
Yeah. People is like his taking his time, but is it taking his time or is it,
It felt like it was taking its time. That's why I felt even from the beginning.
you know, I don't feel like that. I mean, it could be, but it's just a one shot. What if it's him going fast? Like, what if that's an explosion in the background and he's like going super speed, but it's like at the flash vision. It's like him, it's like his everything. He's doing it super slow, but no one else is moving around him, kind of thing. Or he's doing it normal and everyone else is not moving. Uh, I just can't get over Chrome Sweat being named a top of Superman movie. Was it David? David Corn Sweat? It is an interesting name. I'm surprised he didn't change it. Like I know a lot of Hollywood people change their name.
I have a stage name.
Yeah, like Nicolas Cage changed his name because he was a Coppola.
I mean
Yeah,
Martin. Sheen, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was because of his dad, uh, Martin Sheen, changed
Yeah,
it.
but he's really Estevez, like
He's
Emilio.
really Estevez. Yeah, that's why it's like I love hearing that story when like Emilio got big, and then his name is on a billboard, and he showed his dad, and his dad just like got very emotional. He's like, I would have never thought to see my
That was
name, my
possible.
actual name, Hispanic name on a billboard. So I thought that was a cool little story. The last comment. That's a promo pic. That was the movie. I don't know, man, because the lady who shot it, like she's done it for what's his name in the past. But I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised if it's doctored in some way. Maybe the big ball isn't actually in it. Maybe it's covering something else up.
Or
I don't know.
the whole scene in the background is not what's going on.
It's just fake. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. You remember that? That was when Superman turned evil. And he was taking the shot? I don't remember that. It does sound more like what you wash off after working at the hub. Yeah. People were complaining background looked like Chat GPT ish. Yeah, it looked AI generated because I think the colors were so different from the rest of everything else. You know, it was just so neon bright. It was weird. I'll give it that. Bro, it sounded like you got a while you're from the corn. What? While you're Drawla.
Why you're a drawler from corn sweat? Wash your
Where's that
draws from the corn sweat.
Jeez. I do have a video weighing in when they claimed the Flash vs Superman debate was over. Wait, there was a debate? Oh, about what, speed or something? I don't know. It doesn't always, it always flips back around. Like in the Snyder cut, they made Superman probably Flash faster than the Flash.
Yeah.
But also, the Flash was kind of new to it all, still kind of ish. So I don't know. Watch your drawers.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Probably he's taking his time. The drawers are dripping in corn sweat. Oh man. Even I was like, wow. He was given a synthetic kryptonite and it turned him evil. I remember what color? The red one? I think the red kryptonite turns him evil. Or something like that. Something stupid. Yeah, the Flash versus Superman debate. That's always gonna be ongoing.
Yeah.
It's always.
I mean, they didn't even answer it during the movie. Like, you know, when they were racing, they still didn't answer it because it's something that's almost like meme-ish now.
Yeah, I still debate if you run like that. It was so bad, man. I hated it.
You don't run like this?
Yeah. Like you're constantly falling.
Exactly. You catch yourself every single time.
Yeah. No, I don't know if the red drawers being back is a good idea.
I think it is though. I like
no, because he's corn sweat in his drawers. They're really blue, but the corn sweat makes them red. Superman 3, I believe. Oh, that's right. Holy shit, man. I forgot about that.
Superman 3 is not a good one, so.
No, it was not. That's why I probably forgot about it. Flash always been one step faster than Supes. Yeah, then there's comics that they make Superman faster, and it's a back and forth. But I think Flash is faster. At least they
It's all we got.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but if the dude, that's the only thing he does. So he should be better at that one thing. It's corn. It has the juice. It has
the juice. The juice, the corn juice is loose.
No Superman slander, Richard Pryor King. I have it somewhere. I have the box set of all the three old school Supermans.
Sorry, man. That 3 is not good.
No, 3 was not good. I didn't like it. Flash is way faster. He consistently gets nerfed because he's the most broken Justice League member. Yeah. Although I am kind of glad they bring in Wally West back as like the main Flash. You know. Until it becomes cream style. It becomes cream corn. No slander dudes. There you go. Cream corn is a different movie rating. It's a whole different movie. It's a whole different movie watching experience.
Oh my god, you got something else out.
Comic Flash makes no sense the more you think about his powers. I mean, it's yeah.
I like so his so Superman is faster than the speed of light, and the Flash is faster than the speed of present.
Of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there is no time period where he cannot run past. So I feel like the Flash is actually faster. I think Superman can run can fly so fast and run so fast that he can turn back time.
Like in
But Flash
Superman
is
1.
so fast he just goes through the time
Goes through
vortex
time.
itself.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I was watching a video about like Flash, like everyone when you think Flash, you think of Wally West. But they've modified it so much that like Barry Allen is now like Wally West. You know what I mean? Like the witty, the comic book, the Speed Force. That was all Wally West, you know. But then, but the name Barry Allen is like the name you associate. So they took like the name with all the best Flash stuff from Wally West and merged it together. So, but I think they're bringing back Wally. He was always my favorite Flash. I never liked Barry Allen.
You never like what's his name though? The original one, what's his name?
Garrett.
Garrett, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of boring from the Justice Society.
Mhm.
I never cared. The stupid hat was stupid. I never cared for that. Also, I never cared for a lot of the old Justice Society. The old Green Lantern, the original Green Lantern. What the hell's his name? The one that uses magic. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? I didn't like him. I didn't like Green Lantern until like really John Stewart, and then I started getting into all of that and stuff. With the ring and stuff like that. So
C
ready
is for creamy, and that's I was
gross
saying
myself.
that's good enough for
myself
me. C is for cream. No, never.
I'm not saying my opinion. Watch my video. Okay, well, check it out.
I like it. Good job.
The Speed Force can steal other people's speed because why not? Yeah.
Because comics.
Speed Force can do anything. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like the Force.
It's exactly the Force. So
Yeah. Thinking Holt as Luthor is gonna kill it. Oh yeah. That little hissy fit he throws in the menu, add that entitlement to Lex Luthor. Sheesh. Yeah, he's gonna when I first heard it, I'm like, really? And then I started thinking about I'm like, no, he's a great actor. I think he's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it. Think we don't like you. I'm tired of this. My DC gang. I just don't like Justice Society. I am not a big fan. Dude, I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. Like I'm freaking Ted too. Like I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. So, but why am I Alan? The hell's his name? The original Green Lantern. Something Allen. I don't know why. Brain fart. It's also past my bedtime.
yeah, it's already past 15 now.
You don't want to stream where Brian and I play off each other, Kyle. It would be chaos. Oh man, is everyone yelling and screaming?
This is what I do though. So I mean, come on.
All right, let's get out of here, man.
Oh, it's an Alan Scott.
Alan Scott, yeah.
Yep.
Alan Scott, yeah. I was never big into it. Although, and then his daughter becomes a Green Lantern in the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Jade, and she's like green or some shit.
So Jade, isn't Jade the one that got knocked up and then came with Superman and Superman lost episode 10?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right, I say
We got
issue 10.
Issue 10, the last issue. Yeah, we still got to talk about that.
Superman Lost is still my favorite. I love that thing.
So good. Superman Lost was so good, man. That was so good. All right, yeah, let's get out of here. Cool. Appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us, talking, all the fun stuff, DC and interviews, vampire movie review, all that fun stuff. Horror Geek, Kyle, Mama Bear being a member as well. Horror Geek Xavier coming in. Tony was in here for a bit. Appreciate him. Horror Geek Kevin Davis, Brandon Davis. Yeah, like Kevin and Brandon Davis. Cleves, Anzo, both you guys being members. One more. No way.
1 more hour. Well, no, I ain't gonna be it.
I do at one point want to do like a charity stream and have it be a 24-hour stream.
You can give me 3 times. You're not giving me 24 hours.
Yeah. But we'll do it like on the weekend or something, and then like we could like one of us could go to sleep and the other ones take over or something like that. I do want to do a 24-hour stream. But cool. Appreciate all you guys. Let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much. Also, shout out to our members. I got to add Kenny Sparks to this list, but Kenny Sparks a member. Mama Bear, Biggerford, Omar, Dre Mack, Zach Attacks, Brandon Davis, the Road to Wisdom, Danny, and Cleve. Thank you guys for being members so much. It helps us out a lot, and it means a lot to us. It really does. So, but cool. We will see you guys on Thursday. Fucking X-Men. One good show ends and another good show starts. Later. Oh, wait, here we go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.